Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy KCM What Ifs. Today we are gonna be reading Hashirama's Heir, or What If Naruto Was Hashirama's Successor. So sit back, relax and enjoy. It had been an eventful 2 months for Team 7. They had gone on 5 more C rank missions and even a B rank. 3 of their C ranks were simply escorting missions, no ninja contact like the Wave mission. The other 4 were eradicating bandit camps, with one having a few missing ninjas, making it their first B rank. Normally a ninja's first kill would haunt them, but Kakashi dealt with it perfectly. Before their first kill, Kakashi had acquired 3 of the cutest baby birds he could find. He then handed each of his students one bird. Naruto, Sakura, and even Sasuke became mesmerized by the 3 birds' cuteness. They knew they wouldn't want anything to ever harm them, they were theirs forever. However, Kakashi told them to kill their bird or it was D ranks for life. With heavy hearts, except for Sasuke who acted indifferent on the outside, Team Kakashi silently killed their baby bird. Needless to say, neither genin became haunted when they were killed during their bandit eradication missions. They had succeeded in all of their missions with great efficiency and minimal injuries. Team 7's genin also progressed individually during that time span. Sakura had progressed mainly in medical ninjutsu. She could heal light injuries with ease now and became a very important member of Team 7, more so than ever due to her abilities as a medic. Sasuke progressed as well. Sasuke had strengthened his taijutsu some more by getting faster because he still wanted and needed his body to catch up to his eyes, mainly because Naruto still exploited that fact in their spars. Sasuke had also honed his fire release and Sharingan genjutsu. He tried hard to gain the 3rd tomo in his eyes, but they hadn't come yet. Naruto has done amazing in the past 2 months. Tenzo had finally made contact with him again since Team 7 became Team 7 right after his coming back from Wave. As a result, he taught Naruto the jutsu that made Hashirama so great, Kakuan Nitten Suishu, 10th Edict of Enlightenment. The power to tame tailed beasts. The technique used the power of Mokuton to forcibly suppress a tailed beast's power. Tenzo showed Naruto the jutsu for when he ever came across another Jinchuriki or Bijou. Naruto had learned the jutsu by the end of the first month and was only getting better at it. Not only had he learned that jutsu, but Naruto's speed at using the Shunshin had also finally reached an incomparable level. He had gotten it down to no need for hand seals and could use it against opponents in battle. Kakashi still could keep pace easily, but that was because he was an elite Jonin. Chunin and below would have trouble with Naruto's speed increase. Kakashi knew his team was easily Chunin exam material. Naruto was a surefire Chunin, maybe Jonin for that matter. Sasuke was at least a Chunin as well. It'd take some luck for Sakura, but he was positive his team could handle the exams. As a result, his team received his recommendation for the exams tomorrow. Several hours later, after receiving his form from Kakashi, Naruto decided to eat at his favorite restaurant. After his fill of ramen, Naruto began to walk out of Ichiraku's and head nowhere in particular. Naruto was walking alone, so he thought. He chuckled slightly when he noticed a rock was following him. A perfectly square rock, with 2 eye holes in it. Upon recognizing the chakra signature and sensing 2 more within it, Naruto decided to talk to his followers. "Come on Konohamaru, I know you can do better than that," said Naruto. After he finished, the rock came flying off as a huge plume of smoke billowed out. As it cleared, it revealed Konohamaru and 2 other children his age. The kid to Konohamaru's right was a boy with short, brown hair and black eyes. He wore round glasses and had an ever-present drip of snot from his nose. He wore a simple blue t-shirt that zipped up the middle, a pair of brown pants, sandals, and a pair of blue wristbands to represent his membership in the Konohamaru Ninja Squad. The kid to Konohamaru's left was a girl with orange hair, tied up by 2 red elastic bands, into 2 very large pigtails and a perpetual blush on her cheeks. She also wears a red tank top over a pink t-shirt layered at the bottom. Her pants are gray and she wears the traditional ninja sandals. She also wears a pair of blue wristbands to honor Naruto as a member of the Konohamaru Ninja Squad. Naruto had given Konohamaru his blue wristbands one day when he visited him. Ever since, Konohamaru had donned them and seemed to acquire 2 more members. Impressive. Konohamaru spoke up upon the smoke dissipating, told you he was amazing. Guys, this is Naruto. Boss, this is Udon and Moegi. We are the Konohamaru Ninja Squad, finished Konohamaru with a pose of authority. Hi, I'm Moegi and it's nice to meet you, Naruto-dan. Konohamaru has told us great things about you, said Moegi with a smile and a deeper blush as she noticed Naruto smiling back. He's hunky, thought Moegi, looking at Naruto up and down. I'm Udon. It's nice to meet you. Oh no, I screwed up, said Udon, ashamed at his first time talking to Naruto. Boss, come play ninja with us. You haven't played with me since the Konohamaru Ninja Squad became a squad. Playing ninja, Naruto? I thought being a ninja stopped you from pretending to be a ninja, said Sakura as she came over when she spotted Naruto. Oh hey, Sakura-chan. There's nothing wrong with playing ninja. Plus Konohamaru's better than most of my opponents, said Naruto when he noticed Konohamaru had his pinky held up. Boss, is that your girlfriend? Said Konohamaru. Naruto laughed when he realized what Konohamaru meant with that pinky. Oh, probably not, since you're laughing. I'd laugh at that hair. I mean, who has pink hair? Does she dye it? What a weirdo, finished Konohamaru as he was hit by a vicious killing intent. Konohamaru looked up to see Sakura seething. Naruto whispered in Konohamaru's ear, run. Not needing to get told twice, he took off in a full sprint. Sakura was in hot pursuit as she rounded the corner Konohamaru just took. Upon doing so, she noticed Konohamaru bump into someone. Ouch, I'm sorry, sir. I was running and wasn't paying attention to where I was going, said Konohamaru as he then found himself picked up by his collar. Watch where you're going, punk, said the older boy, grabbing Konohamaru. He had black eyes and purple facial paint on. He was clad in a black, baggy, full bodysuit with a red and yellow circle on the front. He also wore a black hood that covered his head completely and had cat-like ears and his forehead protector on his forehead. Stop it, Kankuro, he already said sorry. Leave him alone, said a teal-eyed girl with sandy, blonde hair in 4 ponytails. She was wearing a single light purple-colored, off-the-shoulder garment that extended to halfway down her thighs, with a scarlet sash tied around her waist. In addition to incorporating fishnet worn over her shoulders and legs, specifically on her right calf and her left thigh, she also wore her black forehead protector around her neck. No, Temari, I plan to teach this punk a lesson, said Kankuro as he readied a fist. Sakura was going to speak up until Naruto appeared beside her in a shunshin. Excuse me, sir, I would recommend putting him down, said Naruto. Yeah, what are you going to do about it, Blondie, said Kankuro as he turned his head to look at Naruto. Naruto gasped as he said, oh my, I'm sorry, miss. I thought you were a boy at first. Temari chuckled slightly as Kankuro blurted out, what the hell are you talking about? I'm a guy. Then why the hell are you wearing all that makeup, said Naruto, causing Temari to laugh a little harder. It's war paint, not makeup. Why does everyone say that? Asked Kankuro before he was hit by a rock. That shocked him enough to drop Konohamaru, who immediately dashed for Naruto. Konohamaru, I don't think you need to stay here now, go on home, said Naruto to Konohamaru, who hurried home afterward. Sasuke landed next to Naruto as he said, you should pick on someone your own size. Kankuro looked irate at Sasuke as he touched the bandaged object behind him. Sasuke pulled out a kunai as he readied for Kankuro's assault. Temari made a move for her fan until she felt her hand land on another hand. I wouldn't do that, let's let them do something stupid, said Naruto, who was standing behind Temari smiling. I didn't even see him move, thought Temari as she noticed an image of Naruto in place of where he was. Was that a shunshin? That was way too fast. This guy's good and he's not too bad on the eyes, thought Temari as she blushed slightly looking at Naruto. Then blushed harder when she realized her hand was still on his. She took it off and turned away back to Kankuro. Kankuro had noticed Temari's dilemma but continued when he realized Naruto wasn't going to do anything. However, before he could start on the bandages, he froze when he heard another voice. "You both are embarrassments," said a new voice who appeared in a swirl of sand via Shunshin. He was a short male with short, spiky red hair. He had black rings around his blue-green eyes with no pupils or eyebrows. He wore a black full bodysuit with t-shirt-like sleeves, 3/4 length legs, and an open neck. He also wore a white cloth over his right shoulder and the left side of his hips, and a wide leather band system over the left shoulder and right side of his hips. With this leather band, he carried around his gourd that contained his sand. He also wrapped his black forehead protector over the band. "Gaara," said Kankuro as he stopped what he was doing upon Gaara's arrival. "Stop speaking before I kill you," said Gaara as he turned to look at Naruto. "You, with the blonde hair, my name is Gaara, what is yours?" "My name is Naruto." "That is Sasuke and Sakura," said Naruto as he pointed to his two teammates. "Are you competing in the Chunin exams?" asked Gaara. "That we are, I'm assuming you all are as well." "Being Tsunagakure shinobi in Konoha," said Naruto, still behind Temari. "Of course. It'll be entertaining going against you, Naruto," said Gaara before he started walking off. "Temari, Kankuro. We're going." Naruto moved out of Temari's way as he said, "It was a pleasure meeting you, Temari-chan." "It was a pleasure meeting you too," said Temari, blushing as she left. "Hn. I would have kicked that cross-dresser's ass," said Sasuke. Naruto laughed as he said, "I'm sure you would have. I'm sure you would have. Unless he kicked your ass with that bandaged-up makeup kit on his back. Either way, we have a big day ahead of us tomorrow. I'm gonna get prepared for it. Peace out," said Naruto as he vanished. Sasuke and Sakura did the same as they left to get ready for the Chunin exams tomorrow. One day later, Team 7 arrived at the academy the following morning for the Chunin exams. They had instructions to go to room 301 and headed upstairs to get to their room. Upon arriving, they noticed they were only on the second floor and spotted a door with 301 on the sign. Immediately recognizing the genjutsu and henge, Naruto thought, must be a test. If Genin can't spot a simple genjutsu like that one, they don't deserve to be in the exams. "We should just walk around." Sasuke cut him from that thought when he spoke. "Drop the henge and genjutsu, you're not fooling any of us good ninjas with it," said Sasuke as both techniques dissolved. Naruto palmed his face as one of the now Chunin spoke up, "Seems we have a cocky one Kotetsu." Kotetsu then said, "Indeed we do, looks like I'll have to put him in his place," said Kotetsu as he kicked Sasuke. However, a kid in a green, spandex jumpsuit stopped the kick short. "Hello, my name is Rock Lee, might I have your name?" said Rock Lee, the kid in the green jumpsuit, to Sasuke, letting Kotetsu's leg go. "Hn. I'm Sasuke Uchiha, this is Sakura Haruno and Naruto Senju. We are Team Kakashi." "Who are you all?" said Sasuke in reply. "As I said, I am Rock Lee, this is Tenten and Niji Hyuga." "We are Team Guy," said Rock Lee. "Well, we hope to see you in the exams," said Sasuke as he and his teammates both walked off. "Seems they are a strong team with the Uchiha and Senju. Wonder how good they are," thought Niji to himself. "Damn. That Senju kid is smoking hot, but I'll beat his ass if we come across each other," thought Tenten as she and Niji noticed Rock Lee was gone. Team 7 was just about to turn the corner to room 301 when they heard a shout. "Please stop," said Rock Lee as he landed behind Team 7. "Sasuke Uchiha, I would like to challenge you to a spar. I am the best genin in the class this year and I would like to test my skills against you." You are a natural genius and I am a genius of hard work, and I would like to test myself against you, finished Rock Lee as he got into a beginning stance. Sasuke activates his Sharingan and was about to say yes until Naruto said, Sasuke. I believe it's unwise to face him without knowing what he can do. He seemed extremely fast when he blocked that kick earlier, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the Goken fighting style. Very formidable taijutsu. You would suffer unnecessary injuries battling him. Let us continue without this, we'll face him later, said Naruto as Sasuke agreed. My teammate is right. We don't have much time to get to the exam. We'll save that spar for later, said Sasuke. Before Rock Lee could respond, a grown-up version of Rock Lee appeared landing beside him. Guy-sensei, why are you here? Asked Lee to Guy. Lee, my beautiful student. I came to make sure you weren't starting trouble. What are you doing to these fine, youthful ninjas? Asked Guy. Nothing, Guy-sensei, I challenged Sasuke-kun to a spar here. But he reminded me that we had little time to get to the exams, so we scheduled it for later, replied Lee as he looked to see his sensei's face cringing up. What a beautiful display of youth. To remind you of your pressing exam, so you wouldn't be late. It's so beautiful to think about it, isn't it, Lee? Said Guy, face full of tears. Lee immediately started crying, looking at Guy crying. Lee. Guy-sensei. Lee. Guy-sensei. Team 7 bore witness to a horrifying genjutsu. Rock Lee and his elder clone were hugging on a beach cliff, complete with waves crashing against it and a beautiful sunset. Sasuke's Sharingan couldn't even dispel the genjutsu. Naruto tried to even use some of Kurama's chakra to forcibly dispel the illusion, but it was to no avail. Nothing worked. They stayed and watched the genjutsu until its end. Slightly disoriented at what they just watched, Team 7 finally made it into room 301. Upon arriving, Naruto was immediately pounced on by a purple blur. Naruto-kun, how I've missed you, said Ino as she rubbed her cheek with Naruto's. Hi, Ino-chan. It's nice to see you too. Yo, Shika and Choji, said Naruto as the boys from Team 10 showed up after Ino. Troublesome. Of course, Naruto's in this exam, said Shikamaru as he fist-bumped Naruto. Choji did likewise after wiping the chips off his hand. Ino pig, what are you doing to Naruto? Did you finally give up hope on Sasuke-kun? Said Sakura with a smirk. Ino immediately stopped and was going to respond until another person made his presence known. What's up, everybody? Seems the gang's all here, started Kiba. You know what, they should call us the Rookie 9. As we're the first rookies in the Chunin exams in the past few years, said Kiba loudly as he fist-bumped Naruto. Shino and Hinata were walking up beside him. Naruto was about to respond again, but an older boy appeared and spoke to the group. You should talk more quietly. You're drawing a lot of attention to yourself, said the boy as Naruto noticed that everybody in the room was staring at them. Sasuke looked at the guy for a second. Who are you? I've never seen you in the Leaf Village, said Sasuke as he noticed the boy's leaf forehead protector. The boy was older than the Rookie 9. He looked about 20 years old and had on a pair of round glasses. He had onyx eyes and ash-gray hair, which was in a ponytail that extended to his upper back, with bangs framing either side of his forehead. He wore a dark purple shirt with a high collar, a white undershirt, dark purple fingerless gloves with armored plates on the back of the hand, a white cloth waistband worn at an angle, dark purple pants, blue sandals, and a shuriken holster on his right leg. I am Kabuto Yakushi. I haven't seen everyone in Konoha either, so it's not hard for me to not be seen either, said Kabuto before he continued with, I've been in a lot of these exams, I figured I should help you guys. Shikamaru noticed he said a lot and wondered how many exams have you been in? It's a biannual event and this is my 4th year trying. I'm on my 7th attempt, said Kabuto smiling. Damn. You must suck, said Kiba in a brash tone. What? Everyone was thinking about it. Maybe you're right. But like I said, it is a pretty tough event. Since I've been in so many of these things, I've amassed a bit of knowledge. I could even share some if you'd like. I've got it all down on these cards, said Kabuto as he pulled out a stack of blank cards. Sasuke perked up slightly. He had a few names. Do you have info on Rock Lee, Gaara, and Naruto Senju? Said Sasuke as everyone gasped when he said Naruto. So you know their names, well that makes it easy, said Kabuto as he pulled out 3 cards and channeled a bit of chakra into them. Okay, first up, Rock Lee. Konoha genin with tremendous ability in taijutsu. Says his nin and genjutsu are nil. He is a member of Team 9 led by Might Guy as his sensei. Niji Hyuga and Tenten are his teammates. Says he has completed 42 D ranks and 35 C rank missions. Has been a genin for a year, graduating a year before you guys, said Kabuto as he shifted to a different card. Gaara of the Desert. I have little on this guy being from a different village. Says he mainly uses sand in all of his attacks and is very formidable in battle with it. He has done 12 D rank missions, 52 C rank missions, and even 1 B rank mission. Whoa, it says here that he hasn't received an injury, ever, said Kabuto as a few of the genin got shocked faces at the news. Kabuto finally shifted to Naruto's card. Naruto Senju. From the famed Senju clan of the 1,000 skills. This is impressive, as he is proficient in all the shinobi arts with ninjutsu being his favorite. His chakra levels are off the charts and it even says his control over it is just as impressive. Seems he is a chakra monster. He is a member of Team 7 led by Kakashi Hatake. His teammates are Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. Says he has completed 48 D rank missions, 6 C rank missions, 1 B rank, and even an A rank. Has been dubbed the hero of Wave, and he's only been a genin for about 4 months. Quite impressive. He's probably the strongest person here, said Kabuto, a little loudly when he claimed Naruto was the strongest. A gasp was heard from everyone in the Rookie 9 besides Team 7 and Shikamaru. Naruto was that strong? His team had gone on an A-rank mission? How did he become the hero of Wave? Troublesome, I already knew Naruto was that good. Now, this guy had to go off and say it. Now Naruto has all these people here targeting him. Oh well, I hope he gets taken out before he comes our way. But how does this guy know so much, thought Shikamaru to himself. Glad I threw the focus to Naruto while also gaining more information on my enemies, thought Sasuke. This guy knows too much to be a genin. Plus I can feel the bad vibes coming off him. I need to find a way to tell Gigi. Having information of that quality could make this guy a spy, thought Naruto before he saw a mummy come past his face. The mummy's target was Kabuto as he threw a punch. Kabuto dodged it easily but soon fell to his knees as his glasses cracked. He's not the strongest one here, don't doubt us from sound, said the mummy to Kabuto. That instrument on his arm. Seems it emits a sound that damages the body. I'll have to look out for that, thought Naruto before a poof occurred in the room. Sit down and shut up. I am Ibiki Marino, the proctor for this first exam. Welcome to hell, said Ibiki as he signaled for his helpers to place the genin in their seats and start handing out the tests. Naruto noticed that he was nowhere near his team. He was in the middle, Sasuke behind him in the back rows, and Sakura in the front. Seemed every team was split like that. As the tests got handed out, Ibiki gave out the rules for the first exam. You will all have an hour for this first test. You'll have 45 minutes for the first 9 questions on your test. In the last 15 minutes of your test, I'll give you the 10th question. If caught cheating, you and your team's disqualification and exam end are next. You may use whatever abilities you have to gain your answers though, just remember to not get caught. Begin, said Ibiki as the clock ticked perfectly at 9 hours. Right on time. Naruto heard writing immediately as Ibiki said that. He looked down at his test and immediately realized something weird. These questions are way too hard for any mere genin to answer. I wonder if Jonin could answer them. The guy a row below, and 3 seats to the left seems to not have trouble. Actually, I can see an imprint of a flak jacket on his shirt. He is a Chunin placed here with the answers. So it seems they are testing our stealth for this exam. Clever. But I wonder what the 10th question is like. Oh well, might as well get my 9 questions over, thought Naruto. Naruto waited for the Chunin to turn his paper over, signaling his finish. Naruto's foot merged with the wooden floor below him as he created a Moku Bunshin, wood clone, into the floor. The Bunshin traveled underground with Doton, Kirigakure no Jutsu, Earth style, hiding like a mole technique, to get underneath the Chunin's desk. Right underneath Chunin's paper, Bunshin's eyes appeared and took note of every one of his answers. It then proceeded to head back to its original undetected. After merging back with its creator, Naruto immediately received information from his clone. He then finished his test as he waited for the 10th question. Sakura had already known the answers to the test and was writing them down like the boss she was. Finally, all the knowledge that I studied hard for is paying off. And they thought I was a weirdo for trying to learn everything, thought Sakura as she swiftly finished her 9 questions. Sasuke noticed just like Naruto that there was Chunin with the answers sitting in the exam. He activates his Sharingan and begins copying Chunin's pencil movements to get the answers. Worked like a charm. Eventually, the 45 minutes were up and Ibiki stood up to give the 10th question. Listen up maggots, there are rules to this question. First off, if you decide to stay for this question and miss it, you will immediately fail and you and your team are all gone. Secondly, if you fail this question, you cannot take another Chunin exam ever again, said Ibiki as he heard gasps and a shout. Some genin have been here before, how is that possible if they missed the question, said a genin from Amigakure. This is my exam. I make the rules, so deal with it. Now is there anyone who wants to leave? If you leave now, none of that applies to you and you can always take another test at a later date, said Ibiki as he watched about another 8 teams leave. It seems 28 teams are still in the exam, 84 kids. Anko will never let me live this down, thought Ibiki as he looked at Naruto. You sure you want to stay, Blondie? This is your last chance, said Ibiki as he saw Naruto smile a little. I wouldn't mind. Being a Chunin or higher is not necessary to become Hokage. However, my teammates need me here and I have a bigger prize for becoming a Chunin. This test won't stop me. Not to mention that I figured out your test, said Naruto. Oh, and what would that be? Said Ibiki. This is a test to see if we had Chunin level abilities in stealth. Hence, the task of trying to gain answers in a crowded room with spectators watching us, said Naruto as he continued with, your 10th question is also a test. A test to see if we had the willingness to go on with the risks. As Chunin, we may have to go on missions that have risks as severe as the one you gave us. You're trying to find the ones who would stay and that would mean we passed the 10th question, as staying was the answer to it, finished Naruto, who received a high five from Kiba in the row behind him. Damn. That kid is good. That was definitely Chunin level thinking. Kids going places, thought Ibiki before he began to say, well, the brat's right. Anyone still here has passed. Congratulations on passing the first exam. Before the next proctor comes, I want to tell you the dash. Boom. Ibiki was interrupted when the wall exploded and a huge banner came flying in. Accompanying the banner was a woman with violet hair and light brown, pupil-less eyes. She was wearing a tan overcoat with a purple inseam, which has a pocket on both sides, and complete with a fitted mesh bodysuit that stretches from her neck down to her thighs. She wears a dark orange miniskirt, as well as a forehead protector, a small pendant that looks like a snake fang on a thick cord, a wristwatch, and pale gray shin guards. She also wore a dark blue belt around her waist that connects to her skirt that has an appendage-like sash. On the banner was a sign that said, the sexy and single Anko Mitarashi. Hello kiddies, I am your proctor for the second exam, Anko, said Anko as she stared at Genin. Your arrival was early, said Ibiki as the clock struck 10 hours at that moment. You also let 84 brats pass, so it's fine. I'll cut 'em in half, at least, before the third exam, said Anko. You have 15 minutes to get to training ground 44, which is a straight line through this wall. Move it, finished Anko as she disappeared with a puff of smoke. Well damn she's hot, said Kiba as he and Naruto shared another high five as they saw how good Anko looked in her clothing. They were 14 years old, who wouldn't notice Anko's hot body, especially in that outfit. Soon all the genin were out of the room and headed toward training ground 44. 15 minutes later, Anko appeared and proceeded to hand out instructions for the next test. Welcome to my home, brats. This is training ground 44, better known as the Forest of Death. Anko smirked at Genin's shocked faces. However, she did notice that Naruto wasn't caring in the least. Seems he needs some more motivation, thought Anko as she threw a high-speed kunai at Naruto. The kunai was so fast that no one even saw Anko move her arm or see the kunai fly through the air. A few did, including Naruto, and as a result, Naruto leaned his head to the side as the kunai flew by his face. He then felt Anko appear behind him with another kunai at his cheek. Seems I can't scare you with this big, scary forest. So I'll have to do it myself, said Anko. She was about to press the kunai closer to Naruto's cheek when she felt a kunai on her inner thigh. Seems you can't either. Thanks for the warning though, but I believe I'll be safe, said Naruto in a whisper so no one else heard him. The kunai was also situated where nobody could see either. Hell yeah, I handled that like a champ, thought Naruto before he lost his composure completely. Anko had moved closer to Naruto, which pressed her ample chest into his back and placed her lady business over his hand and kunai. It seems I can't. If only you were a little older, brat, you might have gotten a prize. I saw you high-five that dog boy after his comment on my looks, said Anko as she licked Naruto's face with a long tongue. Naruto immediately became stiff and turned red. She's not wearing underwear, thought Naruto, flustered for the first time in his life. Still got it, thought Anko as she immediately pointed a kunai at the most creepy-looking genin she had ever seen. She wasn't weird-looking, she just looked too normal, it was creepy. Here's your kunai back, said the Kusagakure genin as Anko took back her kunai and walked back to the front. Now for this exam, each of you will be handed a scroll, said Anko as she held up 2 scrolls. You'll either get an earth scroll or a heaven scroll. Whichever scroll you get, your team must get the opposite. After obtaining the other scroll, your team must make it to the center of the forest with both scrolls to pass. You'll each be given a gate to go ahead from where you will sign a death waiver. Anything goes in the forest and the death waiver is so we're not blamed for your lack of skills. Goodbye for now, finished Anko with a wink at the still red Naruto. I can still feel the warmth dash, thought Naruto, cut from his musings by a tug from Sakura. Team 7 arrived at their gate and a ninja gave them their earth scroll, which Naruto gladly took. Soon Anko sounded the horn that started the second exam. It had been about 3 hours since the start of the exam. Team 7 was leaping high above the ground, from treetop to treetop. Team 7 eventually came to a stop as Naruto landed in the middle of a clearing. Naruto, why did you stop? Asked Sasuke as he landed next to Naruto. Naruto put a hand behind his head and turned around with a sheepish look. I have to pee. I told you to go before we left, said Sasuke as he pinched his nose. Give me the scroll. Don't need you to get ambushed. Naruto handed Sasuke the team's earth scroll. Naruto was about to take off until he heard Sakura voice her concerns. Why Sasuke-kun? Naruto's still the strongest. He'd have a better chance going against a whole team than me and you together, said Sakura before she saw Naruto shiver slightly. Naruto looked toward Sakura with a creeped-out look. Sakura-chan, I would freeze up. That's a fear of mine. Fighting someone with my junk out. Naruto shivered once more. I've never pissed the same since Kakashi-sensei brought that up. Naruto disappeared into the wilderness as Sasuke and Sakura conversed for a bit. About 4 minutes later, Naruto appeared back in the clearing. Yo guys, I'm back. Let's get to this, said Naruto as he landed. Sasuke nodded as Sakura said, Naruto. You didn't give me a kiss before you left. What? Am I not your girlfriend anymore? Said Sakura with a pout. Naruto looked shocked for a second until he said, sorry Sakura-chan. Slipped my mind. Naruto puckered up and leaned in for a kiss. Instead of lips, he met a foot. That foot was a part of Sasuke's leg. Whoa, what's going on Sasuke? Said Naruto as the kick sent him sailing back. Sasuke looked bored as he said, you're a terrible henge user first off. Naruto has 3 stripes, not 2 on his sleeves. Secondly, Naruto would have dodged that kick, you trash ninja. Thirdly, we already knew you were here. Naruto's a censor, he found all 3 of you. Him saying he had to pee alerted us to your presence. Me and Sakura made that girlfriend thing up to test for the real Naruto and sadly, you failed, finished Sasuke as Naruto looked shocked. Sasuke then tied up the hurt Naruto. 1 kick and you're already finished. You must not dance well. Not a second after Sasuke finished speaking, 2 Amekagure genin came flying into the clearing. Though they were unconscious and tied up. Another Naruto followed after them as he came jumping back into view with his teammates. Naruto handed Sasuke 100 Ryo as he said, damn, I was too slow. Shouldn't have taken that piss. Naruto dropped his henge, seems we were careless, said the now revealed Amegakure genin. Naruto showed his teammates the earth scroll he acquired from the aim genin he was facing. Seems it is useless. But the more scrolls we have, the less people who pass. Sorry, finished Naruto as he knocked the last genin out cold. After tying the aim genin to a tree. Team 7 was once again jumping through the forest. About 30 minutes later, they made contact with another team. And a huge snake. That's a big snake, said Naruto, surprised he couldn't sense it beforehand. The snake's ambush took Naruto far away from his teammates as they disappeared through the forest. Sasuke and Sakura were immediately on edge when they noticed the 3 Tsunegakure genin standing in front of them. It was the creepy-looking girl again. She said, you two, deal with the Senju kid. Kill him if you can. I'll deal with these 2. Following orders, both Tsunegakure genin disappeared, following Naruto and the snake summon. Upon seeing the 2 other ninjas leave, Sasuke asked a question. Seems you're the leader. So which scroll do you have? The Tsunegakure genin pulled out a heaven scroll. You want my heaven scroll, right? Since you have an earth scroll. Well, said the genin as she swallowed her scroll, let's battle for the scrolls. With our lives. With Naruto. Naruto was taken for a ride by the snake, eventually ending up nearly a mile away from Sasuke and Sakura before stopping. I couldn't even sense that snake until it was too late, plus it popped up out of nowhere. That means it is a summon. Snake summons usually mean something bad if they're from the guy I think they're from, thought Naruto. Naruto had to dodge the snake as it lashed at him in an attempt to eat the golden blonde genin. I need to get back to my teammates. It seems that separating us was on purpose. I have no time to play around, thought Naruto. He put his hand in a half-ram seal and channeled some chakra. Underneath the snake were a dozen explosive notes. Naruto had dropped them when he evaded the snake's lunge. Boom. Wow, that was huge. That snake is gone for real, said Naruto. Naruto whipped out a kunai as he blocked the strike from the arrival of a Tsunegakure genin. Seems you're pretty good. However, there are 2 of us, said the genin who was clashing kunai with Naruto. Naruto looked shocked as he spotted the other genin. Hello Naruto Senju. We are here to end you. Our leader said you must die, so be gone, said the genin not clashed with Naruto. That genin pulled out a sword as he lunged at Naruto. The sword pierced Naruto cleanly through the stomach. The two genin smirked at the sight of Naruto's facial expressions, but those smirks dropped and they noticed Naruto turn into mud. Both genin felt a hand grab their leg. Doton, Shinju Zanshu no Jutsu, Earth Style, Double Suicide Decapitation Technique, said Naruto underneath both genin. He then proceeded to drag both genin up to their necks in the ground. Thank you Kakashi-sensei, thought Naruto as he popped out of the ground behind the two immobilized genin. Seems I am pretty good, said Naruto as he took the sword dropped by the genin. Before I kill you, who is this leader out to kill me? Asked Naruto as he faced one of the genin. I won't tell you anything, you Konoha scum. You may as well started the genin until Naruto cut him off by piercing him through the eye, killing him immediately. Well then. On to you. Who do you work for? I may not kill you if you tell me, said Naruto as he stared at the remaining genin. The genin was absolutely terrified. He had just killed him. Legitimately killed him, no torture, nothing. He had no chance at all. He wasn't going to make the same mistake. He needed to live. Orochimaru, said the genin, trembling. I figured as much, said Naruto as he killed the genin as well. I do not like killing, but it is necessary. I will kill any traitor to the leaf or anyone who works for that traitor, said Naruto as he channeled a massive amount of chakra. He was gone in a high-powered shunshin. With Sasuke and Sakura. The Sunagakure ninja pulled down her eyelid as she said, let's begin. Sasuke and Sakura were immediately assaulted by visions of their death. The visions were so shocking that they were both paralyzed immediately. Is this a genjutsu? Thought Sasuke in a panic. No, this is just killing intent. The intent is so powerful that it induced fear on this scale. We have to get out of here. Seems neither of you can move. Pitiful, said the Sunagakure ninja as she threw two kunai at Sasuke's and Sakura's heads. Sasuke had somehow managed to take out a kunai, which he proceeded to use for stabbing his own leg. That shock to his system enabled his body to respond to his commands. He immediately rescued Sakura while dodging both kunai and fled behind a nearby tree. The Sunagakure ninja smiled slightly. He stabbed himself in the leg to allow himself control over his body. Seems he is more special than I thought. After being rescued, Sakura looked at Sasuke. Sasuke-kun, you saved. Sasuke placed a hand over Sakura's mouth, keeping her from talking and potentially giving away their position. He then placed a finger over his mouth in a shushing way. We must run before we are found again. Where is Naruto? He'd really be of help in this situation, thought Sasuke. So into his thoughts, he barely dodged the snake that had appeared in between him and Sakura. Damn it, I panicked so much that I forgot to check my surroundings. Now she's found us again. The snake then opened its jaws as the Sunagakure genin appeared. Sasuke threw a dozen kunai into its mouth to catch the ninja off guard. It was all for naught as the genin just burst out of the side of the snake. You shouldn't relax for even a moment. Prey should always try to run in a predator's presence, said the genin as she slithered towards Sasuke. However, before she could get there, she halted due to a barrage of shuriken landing in between her and Sasuke. Sorry Sasuke. Didn't mean to take so long, said Naruto as he landed on a nearby branch. Naruto, said Sakura, relieved at his arrival. That meant he had dealt with his opposition and he looked relatively unharmed. Must have been easy. Should have known he'd be here so soon. Those useless idiots stood no chance against him, thought the Kusanin. Naruto. This ninja is way too advanced to just be a genin. She's on a totally different level than anything we've ever faced. We need to run away, said Sasuke. Hee. Looks like you successfully defeated that giant snake and my two teammates, Naruto-kun, said Kusanin. Yeah. She is Orochimaru, thought Naruto before he said. Seems you're picking on Genin now, Orochimaru-san. What makes you think that I'm Orochimaru? Questioned the Kusanin. The snake summoned at first. Only Konoha held that contract or used to, as Orochimaru took it away. Secondly, the way you move is reminiscent of a snake. Meaning you use the Hibi-style taijutsu taught by the snakes, which Orochimaru uses. But you could have taught someone those things. So I finally had your lackeys confirm my suspicions before I killed them, finished Naruto as he made eye contact with Sasuke's Sharingan for a moment. The Kusanin showed no outward reaction at the deduction but inwardly grew pleased. That kid is incredible, to be able to deduce things so easily, and with only one look. That's thinking on a level fit for a Kage. He's too good. Even getting the information out of my subordinates that fast. Boy must have incredible talent. If only his body could be mine. That damnable bijou would possibly mess up my transfer. And even my curse seal. Too bad, looks like I'll have to dispose of him as he'll become a major threat in the future. Or maybe I could get him to side with me, thought Orochimaru was still disguised as the Kusanin. Orochimaru? The S-rank missing nin from Konoha, one of the legendary San nin, we stand no chance. I'll just give him the scroll, Naruto already has another earth scroll so why bother with him, thought Sasuke as he took out the earth scroll. Here, I will give you the scroll. Please, take it and leave us, said Sasuke as he tossed the scroll toward Orochimaru. The scroll only made it halfway when Naruto snatched it out of the air. Instead of a lecture of why Sasuke was a punk, Orochimaru became shocked to see a fireball coming his way. They tricked me. They knew I'd be expecting Naruto to scold Sasuke but it was actually a feint. A feint to hide Sasuke, long enough for him to fire off a jutsu. How did he tell him the plan, pondered Orochimaru before it hit him. When they made eye contact. Sasuke must have placed him under a genjutsu to figure out a plan. Fantastic teamwork, thought Orochimaru as he easily evaded the fireball. Impressive you too, I expected no less, said Orochimaru as he bit his thumb and ran it along a tattoo on his arm, which was really a seal. Kuchios no jutsu, summoning technique, said Orochimaru, slamming his hand on the ground. Another huge snake appeared with Orochimaru atop its head as it stared menacingly out at the three genin in front of him. Not this again, said Naruto as he dodged the snake's assault on him. Shit, thought Naruto. Dodging the snake placed him right where Orochimaru wanted him and the snake Sannin took full advantage. Orochimaru threw a jaw-breaking punch that leveled Naruto's entire body. Upon being viciously punched by Orochimaru, instead of his jaw cracking from the punch, Naruto converted into mud that dispersed immediately from the haymaker. Replacement. Amazing, said Orochimaru as he turned to see Naruto slice into the snake's head with a sword, the sword he had from the Kusa Genin from earlier. That shouldn't have happened with that piece of junk sword that flunky had. So how did he cut through? I see, he used wind chakra to slice into the snake's head. He's more impressive than I thought. Orochimaru, upon seeing his snake being sliced into, took off for Sasuke. Let's see what you do, Sasuke-kun, thought Orochimaru as he approached Sasuke rapidly. That assault stopped when a yellow flash appeared in his face. Naruto had performed a shunshin and threw out a speedy kick to Orochimaru's face. That kick, despite its speed and abruptness, was blocked and grabbed by Orochimaru. That was an incredibly fast shunshin. He actually almost had me there, thought Orochimaru as he smiled. If this boy joins me, he'll be one hell of an asset. If he opposes it, I'll kill him before he gets the chance to ruin my ambition. For now, I need him out of the way so I can get to Sasuke. Orochimaru then extended his tongue to restrain Naruto. Naruto grew shocked at the strength of the tongue as he found himself completely immobilized. Damn, that was a mistake trying to catch him off guard. He's a Sannin and at one point, was in the running for Hokage. This'll hurt, thought Naruto as Orochimaru slammed 5 fingers into his gut before Naruto had the chance to use the Kyuubi's chakra. Gojyo Fuin, 5 elements seal, thought Orochimaru. Naruto immediately fell into a deep sleep after its application. He was then cast away to the forest floor as Orochimaru turned to Sasuke and Sakura. Back to just 2, show me what you're made of, Sasuke-kun, said Orochimaru. Sasuke looked spooked that Naruto could be so easily beaten. If he could beat Naruto, then what chance would he have? Naruto always won their spars, so he was clearly no match for Orochimaru. Slap. Sasuke looked shocked to see Sakura slap him. What are you doing, Sasuke? Stop acting like a punk. What would Naruto do if he was in your situation? He wouldn't sit there doing nothing, thinking he was going to die. He'd fight to the end. He's not a coward like you. You're just trying to run and cling to your life. Now man up and kick his ass. I'm gonna check on Naruto, said Sakura as she fell down to the forest floor to check on Naruto. Sasuke was shocked from what he heard Sakura say. She had never spoken to him like that, let alone strike him. It finally snapped in Sasuke when she said he was running and clinging to his life. That was what Itachi told him to do on the day of the massacre. Maybe Itachi was right, he should run away. No, he wouldn't back down. He had to fight and protect his team. He wasn't going to die here, he still had so much to do. Sakura's right. I have acted like a coward. But no more, if I can't defeat you. How can I ever hope to defeat him, said Sasuke as he closed his eyes. I will protect my friends and teammates. I am Sasuke Uchiha and I'm going to kick your ass, finished Sasuke as he opened his eyes. Upon opening them, Sasuke's Sharingan shifted slightly as a third tomo appeared in both eyes. Kukukuku. Seems the blood of his clan is beginning to boil. His third tomo has appeared. Impressive, thought Orochimaru. Show me what you can do. Sasuke pulled out a myriad of throwing weapons and flung them at Orochimaru. Despite that, Orochimaru easily slithered out of the way to avoid all of them. I can see, thought Sasuke as he saw Orochimaru's movements perfectly. I can see his movements so clearly now. Sasuke flung another shuriken at Orochimaru, who jumped out of the way. Orochimaru had to dodge again as Sasuke flung another kunai directly at him. Seems he can see me now. He's reading my movements perfectly and aiming for vital areas, thought Orochimaru before he noticed Sasuke pull a string. Sasuke pulled a couple more strings as every projectile he tossed came flying back to wrap around Orochimaru. The strings wrapped around Orochimaru and pinned him to a tree. This is the Successor no Tachi, manipulating windmill triple blades, thought Orochimaru before he saw Sasuke go through 4 hand seals. A huge stream of fire appeared and fired off down the string at Orochimaru. Katan, Ryuka no Jutsu, fire style, fire dragon technique, said Sasuke. The powerful stream of fire blew out the back of the tree with Orochimaru in the middle of it. Sasuke blew out a sigh as he thought it was over. He turned around to head towards Naruto and Sakura when he paused at a voice. Just perfect. To be able to use your Sharingan so well at this age. You'll be everything I need, said Orochimaru. The jutsu from earlier managed to burn half of his face off to reveal another underneath. What? How did he survive that, thought Sasuke before he realized he couldn't move. Not again. Sasuke-kun. I had fun testing your abilities. You and Itachi are truly brothers. Though I can tell you have a higher ceiling than him, said Orochimaru. Orochimaru threw up his heaven scroll and then proceeded to burn it in his palm. Are you really the Orochimaru of the Sannin? Asked Sasuke, struggling to move his body. Yes, I am. Naruto-kun already figured that out. Of course he's better than you, so it's not far-fetched to see him figure it out faster. However, I can give you the power you want. The power to surpass Naruto and kill Itachi, said Orochimaru as he placed his hands in a unique tiger seal. Orochimaru's neck stretched out far toward Sasuke as he bit down on his neck. After a few moments, Orochimaru removed his teeth from Sasuke's neck and recoiled his neck back to its original length. A black seal, that took the shape of 3 tomo, began to appear on the back of Sasuke's neck. After its appearance, Sasuke immediately screamed in pain. Eventually Sasuke blacked out from the pain and anguish of the new seal. Sasuke will seek me for power. He'll need my guidance to ever hope to catch Naruto Senju, thought Orochimaru as he looked down at the prone Naruto. I would kill him myself as he could throw a wrench in my plans, but then the Akatsuki will come after me for tampering with their property. So he'll live today. I'll let the sound trio in these exams handle those two. Maybe I can get both to join, though one would be more than enough. Orochimaru then sunk into a tree to leave the area. One day later. It had been a day since Team 7's encounter with Orochimaru. Sakura had retrieved Sasuke and taken him and Naruto to a clearing. Naruto and Sasuke were still unconscious though from yesterday's run-in with Orochimaru. Sakura had administered first aid and medical ninjutsu to help, but sadly, she wasn't advanced enough to awaken them. She could only keep them underneath a tree as she waited for any sign of them waking. Sakura had set traps in the area to make sure her teammates remained safe for when enemies showed up while she wasn't alert. A squirrel appeared in the area and Sakura fired a kunai at it. The squirrel had almost set off a trap prematurely and luckily she scared it enough to get it away from the area. Sakura then had a heart attack as she heard a voice whisper. Sakura-chan, don't acknowledge that I'm awake. There's an explosive note on that squirrel. Meaning there are enemies in the area. Whatever Orochimaru did to me affected me well as I can feel my chakra going haywire. I won't be of much help to you, said Naruto. Must have been the seal he placed on me. Placing an odd number seal over an even number seal creates an imbalance. I can't even talk to Kurama. I need to find a way to get this off, thought Naruto as he remained still. Shortly after Naruto's announcement, 3 new arrivals appeared in the clearing. It was the trio from Sound. Hello. Have you been up all night? Asked the mummy of the group as his teammates flanked him on both sides. But don't worry, you can rest now. I, Dosu, and my teammates, Zaku and Kin, are here to kill Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Senju. Sakura, be careful. I'll help you as best I can, said Naruto before he felt another presence rapidly approaching. I know Orochimaru is pulling the strings, said Sakura as the Sound trio looked shocked. What does he want with Sasuke-kun and Naruto? What is this mark on Sasuke-kun's neck? Asked Sakura as she pulled out a kunai. I wonder what he's thinking, said Dosu as he pondered Orochimaru's thought process. You give the kid a cursed seal. But want to kill him? Oh well, they were here to kill them so that's what they'll do. It doesn't matter. We were given orders to kill those two, and I'm going to do it. I'll even kill this girl, said Zaku. He was about to run toward her when Dosu stopped him. Wait, Zaku. She set a booby trap. That's why she threw that kunai at the squirrel. You didn't notice the explosive note, you were just protecting your pitiful trap. You're a talentless girl who should have left to save her own life. Kill her, said Dosu as the trio jumped over the trap. The trap proved to be fake as Sakura smirked while cutting a wire next to her. That wire triggered a huge log to come barreling toward the airborne trio. However, Sakura's smirk dropped when the log exploded from Dosu merely touching it. As I said, you're a talentless girl. People like you have to work harder to face guys like us, said Dosu as he and his team were still heading for Sakura. Their progress stopped short of Sakura as several well-placed kicks from a green blur ended their approach. Konoha Senpu, Leaf Whirlwind, came from the voice and arrival of Rock Lee as he landed in front of Sakura. I guess you guys should work harder as well, said Lee as he stood in the beginning stance of the Goken fighting style. Who are you? Asked Dosu. I am Konoha's beautiful green beast, Rock Lee, said Lee as he then addressed Sakura. Do not fear, Sakura-chan. I will protect you with my life. I'll always be there when you're in trouble. Sakura became shocked when she realized Lee was assisting her. Well, thank you for saving me and my team, said Sakura as Rock Lee nodded before turning back toward the sound trio. Zaku, you take out Sasuke and Naruto. They're both down, so it should not fail to get past the girl, said Dosu as he tossed a heaven scroll to Zaku. I'll take the new guy. Rock Lee wanted to face all three of them at the same time. But due to Dosu's jutsu, his attention needed to be focused squarely on him. Sorry Guy-sensei, I'll have to use that move. I can't let Sakura-chan get hurt, thought Lee as he unwrapped his bandages slightly. Lee vanished to appear underneath Dosu and kicked him under his chin. The kick launched Dosu into the air where Lee appeared behind him. Dosu then found himself wrapped up in bandages and tilted head first toward the ground. Omote Renge, front lotus, said Lee as he hugged Dosu and plummeted them toward the ground. When he smashed Dosu into the ground though, it felt odd. Heh, seems I made it just in time, said Zaku as he had his hands planted into the ground. He had pushed air into the dirt to create a softer landing for Dosu. To think that technique was still that powerful, even on a sponge surface, said Dosu as he got up. However, it's my turn, finished Dosu as he charged at Rock Lee. This is bad. My bodies, thought Rock Lee as he dodged Dosu's punch. He was still stricken by his melody arm, the same as Kabuto. Rock Lee fell to a knee as the jutsu took effect. He looked up slightly in pain to see Dosu staring at him. You may move at high speeds, but our abilities move at the speed of sound. Dosu raised his arm as he said, I'll show you a wall that you can't surpass with hard work alone. Before Dosu could strike down Lee, a yellow flash appeared. Along with that flash, was a high-speed kick that sent Dosu sailing past his team into the woods behind them. Sorry for my tardiness, said Naruto as he placed his leg back down. It took a while to gather the ability to use a technique. Thank you for protecting us, Lee. I'm grateful. Before anything else could start, a strong chakra burst into the clearing. Naruto turned to see Sasuke basked in a vile, purple chakra. Sasuke also had black flame-like patterns appear on his skin. That's what Sakura meant by the mark he received from Orochimaru. Seems it gave him a power boost. But there has to be a catch to all that power, thought Naruto as he saw Sasuke stand and look at his surroundings. Sakura, said Sasuke as she looked happy to see him awake as well. However, Sasuke also noticed that Sakura looked to have been in a fight. And it was true, in the brief moment Lee was fighting with Dosu, Sakura had been going against the other two from sound. Who did that to you? Asked Sasuke. Zaku, wanting to goad Sasuke, responded with, I did, chump. What are you going to do about it? Zaku placed his palms toward Sasuke and said, Zankuro, decapitating airwaves. A powerful stream of air blew toward Sasuke, ripping up the ground as it bellowed toward him. Once the dust cleared, Sasuke's body was nowhere to be found. Heh. He wasn't so tough. Now for the Senju, said Zaku as he pointed his hands at Naruto. Katan, Housenka no Jutsu, fire style, Phoenix Sage Flower technique, came from the voice of Sasuke as a dozen fireballs flew toward Zaku. Zaku smirked and fired off another blast of wind that quelled the flames but did nothing to stop the shuriken hidden within. What? Said a surprised Zaku as the shuriken pierced him several times across his body. Upon putting down his guard, he found both of his arms held behind him with a foot pressed squarely into his back. This is for hurting Sakura. You seem to love these arms. So let's get rid of them, said Sasuke as he began to pull on Zaku's arms. Kin tried to help her teammate, but a swift chop to the back of her neck from Naruto sent her into unconsciousness. After hearing a sickening pop, Naruto had enough. Sasuke. Stop, said Naruto as Sasuke looked toward him. Naruto has this power. It's Orochimaru's. A traitor to the leaf gave you that power. Do you not think it comes without a price, Sasuke? You need to quit using it, said Naruto, completely serious. Sasuke was feeling amazing. The power coursing through his body made him feel unstoppable. But Naruto was right. This power was corrupted, he could feel it attacking his will. Sasuke forced the seal to recede just as Dosu came back into the clearing from Naruto's earlier kick. If you let us live, you can have our heaven scroll, said Dosu. Naruto looked at Dosu for a second before he took the scroll from Zaku's injured form and flung him back over to Dosu. Dosu grew shocked that they were getting off scot-free and promptly disappeared with Kin and Zaku in tow. Sasuke looked at Naruto in disbelief. Naruto knew those guys worked for Orochimaru, so why did he just let them live? Naruto, why didn't we kill them? We know they work for Orochimaru. We could have done away with them right away. Why'd you agree? Said Sasuke before he heard an explosion. Naruto was holding a half-ram seal as he said, I never agreed. Sasuke smirked at Naruto's actions. He then activated his Sharingan when Naruto spoke again. I know you're here. Neji and Tenten. So come out, said Naruto as he then pointed to the opposite side of the clearing, you as well Shikinocho. Neji landed on a nearby tree branch along with Tenten. You should hand over all of your scrolls. And maybe we'll let you leave peacefully, spoke Neji confidently. You do realize that me, Sasuke, and Sakura-chan are fine, right? It's 3-on-2 and not to mention. Your teammate is wounded right here. What's to say I won't kill him now? Asked Naruto as Neji took the hint. He carefully walked over to Rock Lee and carried him out of the area with Tenten. Neji did check Lee for an explosive note first before departing. Naruto-kun. You were so amazing just now, said Ino as she was about to jump on Naruto when Shikamaru stopped her. Ino. At this moment, Naruto is the enemy. He could have harmed you and taken our scroll just now if you went toward him. Be careful. He plans to negotiate with us since he called us out. So what do you have to say? Asked Shikamaru, wary about Naruto and his intentions. Hee. Can we team up to get to the finish? We're rather handicapped at the moment and need help getting to the tower. We have an earth scroll if you need it, said Naruto sheepishly with a laugh. What? Asked Choji because Naruto had just threatened Neji. It was a bluff, Choji, and rather well played, said Shikamaru as he thought about teaming with arguably the best team in their class. Fine, we'll team up. We do have a heaven scroll, so your extra earth scroll will get us into the tower as well. But now we have to watch our backs more since you two have hit out on you. Troublesome. Finished Shikamaru as the group of 6 headed toward the tower. Several hours later. What do you mean you never liked Sasuke-kun? Asked Sakura. Ino laughed and said, the only reason I pretended to like him was so you'd be more confident. With me as a rival you always did strive to be better, so that's why I did it. Plus Naruto is way better anyway, finished Ino with a smirk. She still could get Sakura's blood to boil. Is not. Is too. Is not. Is too. Troublesome, said Naruto as he realized something. I see why you say that all the time, Shika, said Naruto, now Choji's back piggyback style. Shikamaru had Sasuke on his back as he said, yeah. Having to carry you guys here is already bad enough. Now we have to listen to Ino and Sakura, bitch. What? Said Ino and Sakura at the same time as they looked murderous toward the Nara clan members. Shikamaru let out a sigh before speaking. Troublesome. Looks like we are here, said Sasuke as he and Naruto climbed off their backs. They were still having trouble from their encounter with Orochimaru, both with their own respective seal. Adrenaline earlier allowed them to move to defeat the Sound Trio. After reading the message, Shikamaru and Naruto easily realized they had to open both the scrolls at the same time. The scrolls began to smoke as out popped Irika. "Why'd I get summoned twice?" said Irika before he realized there were two teams before him. "Oh, you guys work together, that's why. Well, congratulations you guys. You passed the second exam. You still have 2 days left until the third exam. So get some rest. You'll need it," finished Irika with a smile. "All 3 rookie genin teams passed so far, amazing." "Thank you," said Shikamaru as Team 10 walked off into the tower. Upon noticing Team 7 still standing there, Irika voiced his question. "Why are you guys still?" He stopped when he saw them all have serious faces. "We need Gigi. Orochimaru is here." The Sandaime Hokage had rushed to see Team 7 when he became knowledgeable of the events that occurred in the Forest of Death. After telling the story from Naruto and Sasuke's perspective, Hiruzen made sure it was all correct. "So you were found by Orochimaru in the forest?" asked Hiruzen, to which Team 7 nodded. "He defeated you all, placed a cursed seal on Sasuke, and just left with orders to his team to kill you both?" After another nod, Hiruzen blew out a sigh. "Well, at least you all are still alive. Sasuke-kun, Kakashi has a plan to deal with your seal," said Hiruzen as Kakashi walked in with Yo. "He's going to place a Fujihoin, evil sealing method, on you to suppress the influence of the seal. However, due to the power of the cursed seal, it'll take your willpower to control how effective the Fujihoin is," finished Hiruzen as he saw Naruto smirk. "So basically, Sasuke got a hickey from a pedophile. That hickey is imbued with the pedophile's power. Kakashi is going to suppress the hickey's power to keep Sasuke from using said hickey." "Got it," said Naruto as Sasuke turned toward him with a glare. "I'm not gonna use this cursed seal. But it's nice to have an additional safeguard to keep the influence down. I don't need somebody else's power. I am an Uchiha," said Sasuke, turning toward Kakashi while also showing Naruto the Uchiha crest on his back. After Kakashi finished snickering at Naruto's hickey remark, he and Sasuke both exited the room to take care of his cursed seal. Sakura had left Naruto and Sasuke earlier to get some rest from staying up while they were incapacitated. It was just Naruto and Hiruzen left in the room. "Gigi," said Naruto as he lifted his mesh shirt and channeled some chakra to show off his seal. "Can you remove this seal? I didn't want to bring it up in front of my teammates because they don't know about my status yet, but Orochimaru placed it on me during our fight," finished Naruto as he was struck in the gut sharply by Hiruzen. "Gogyo Kaien, 5 elements unseal," said Hiruzen, and Naruto fell asleep again. "Of course I can, Naruto-kun. Now get some rest before the finals. I want to see you impress me, my dear boy." Hiruzen then picked up Naruto and took him to his room. After laying him down in his bed, the Sandaime disappeared back to his office to prepare for the third exam. 2 days later. The 2 days since Team 7 finished the test was relatively uneventful for Kakashi's genins. Sasuke had his seal suppressed and Naruto finally had control over his chakra again. Nothing else really happened besides that until today. Team 7 had been given instructions to go to an arena, where they were met by 5 other teams. The 2 other rookie teams from Konoha, Team Guy, the Sand siblings, and Kabuto with his team. Seems there were only 18 genin left including them, and 15 were from Konoha. They were all situated in a huge arena with platforms on either side. On the platform directly facing them was the Hokage. Upon all of the genin arriving, Hiruzen addressed them with kindness. "Congratulations to all the genin who have passed the second exam. Before you can continue to the third exam, I will now inform you on a few things," said Hiruzen. In years past, the Chunin exams were and still are a contest that pitted each nation's aspiring Chunin in a duel between each other to show their village's strength outside of wars. This final exam is observed by many people, including potential clients and daimyos all across the elemental nations. One does not have to win the tournament to be promoted to Chunin. Just display skills that may qualify them for promotion. Hiruzen was about to continue until he was interrupted by a sickly ninja with a prevalent cough. "Excuse me, Hokage-sama, if I may interject, I would like to take over from here," asked the ninja as Hiruzen nodded. "Hello all, I am Hayate Gecko and I shall be your proctor for the third exam," said Hayate as he coughed a few times. "Due to the number of you all, there will be preliminary matches immediately to dwindle the numbers," finished Hayate as he was met with a complaint. One of Kabuto's teammates spoke up, "We just got here 2 hours ago. Do we not get to rest first?" "No. Unfortunately, you will be handicapped, but those are the rules." After answering the genin's question, Hayate continued with, "We will have one-on-one duels that will pit you against one another. Too many of you finished this time, so we must do this to weed some of you out. That way we'll finish with less than 10 competitors to begin the finals. Now is there anyone who would like to forfeit right now? Quitting now doesn't affect your team as you all are individuals from this point forward," asked Hayate as he only saw Kabuto's hand raise. "You may leave, thank you for coming." After Kabuto departed, Hayate pointed to a monitor behind him. "Now that that's settled, each of you has been placed into a randomizer that will display your names on the board in pairs. When your name shows up, whoever's name is on there as well shall be your opponent. You will battle each other until one of you quits, dies, or I rule it over due to a tie or your inability to continue. My word is law and if I say it's over, it's over. Am I clear?" asked Hayate as all the genin nodded. After Hayate spoke, the monitor started flying through names until it stopped on Sasuke Uchiha and Yoroi Akado. Will Sasuke Uchiha and Yoroi Akado remain here while all the other genin move to the platforms that surround the arena floor? Following instructions, all the other genin moved up to the platforms as Sasuke, Yoroi, and Hayate were the only ones left on the arena floor. Hayate coughed a few more times as he looked at each fighter. "Are you both ready, Hajime?" said Hayate as he backed away to give the genin some space. Yoroi twitched slightly but noticed Sasuke stood motionless besides crossing his arms over his chest. Yoroi moved around a little but Sasuke still stood with his arms crossed and his Sharingan active. "I thought he wouldn't be able to use that without being affected by the cursed seal." "It doesn't matter, he won't be able to stop my technique," thought Yoroi. Yoroi's left hand began to emit a blue aura of chakra as he took off in a sprint towards Sasuke. Sasuke didn't make a move to defend the still approaching Yoroi. So Yoroi just slammed his hand onto Sasuke's forehead and smashed him into the ground with force. Sasuke's face changed to one of shock as he could feel his chakra leaving him. Yoroi smirked as he realized how easy this victory was. "Yes, I have the ability to suck out a person's chakra through my jutsu." "You never had a chance," said Yoroi as Sasuke started to struggle with less power. Yoroi thought he had it in the bag until he felt several kunai pierce his body. Yoroi screamed in pain as he looked up to see Sasuke still standing with his arms crossed. He was confused as he looked down to see that Sasuke turned into dust. "What is going on? I know I hit you with my technique." "I felt your chakra leaving you," said Yoroi as he began to lose consciousness from blood loss. "Seems you don't know about the power of the Uchiha clan." "Too bad," said Sasuke as Yoroi collapsed on the floor unconscious. Hayate looked at Yoroi and then called it. "Shausa, Sasuke Uchiha." With the spectators. "I need a Sharingan," said Shikamaru. Naruto stood beside Shikamaru as he looked amused at his comment. "Why's that Shika?" asked Naruto as around them, people were wondering how Sasuke just won. All Sasuke did was lock eyes with him and he passed out without either of them moving a muscle. Yoroi didn't even get touched by Sasuke or even harmed but still got defeated. "If I could do that, beating people by staring, I'd be so happy." "If only," said Shikamaru as Naruto burst out laughing. Kakashi decided to quell everyone's questions as he told them about Sasuke's victory. The Sharingan is a powerful dojutsu, techniques, that allows the user many abilities. One being, the ability to cast powerful genjutsu with a mere glance. Sasuke defeated Yoroi in a genjutsu and Yoroi must have passed out from the mental belief of actually losing. That's why Sasuke won without harming Yoroi, or moving for that matter, said Kakashi with an ice smile as a member of his squad passed. Seems his eyes have gotten stronger. Did he get his third tomo? Pondered Kakashi as Sasuke walked up the platform to stand by Naruto. Sasuke smirked at Naruto while walking up with his Sharingan still active. I'll be seeing you later on, it seems Naruto, said Sasuke, flaunting his improved Sharingan as his tomo began to spin slightly around his pupil. Heh, maybe. I haven't gone yet, I could lose, said Naruto with a straight face as he stared at Sasuke's straight face as well. They held their poker faces until he and Sasuke started laughing. Don't worry Sasuke, I'll be there to kick your ass again for the world to see, said Naruto as he heard a voice in his head. A voice he hadn't heard in a while. So the Uchiha boy has a better Sharingan now? Means nothing compared to what I've seen you do, said Kurama on Naruto's head. Kurama. You're back. By the way, you were so right about Fuinjutsu. I got hit by 5 fingers twice and passed out both times. Fuinjutsu is scary, replied Naruto as he heard Kurama laugh. Told you it was. Took that snake to beat some sense into you for you to get my point. I could have kicked his ass I bet if I used all of my abilities, said Naruto as Kurama agreed, though it was debatable. Naruto was easily one of the strongest in Konoha when using his chakra and Mokuton abilities. But Orochimaru was Orochimaru, one of the Sannin and definitely not a pushover. While Naruto and Kurama were conversing, the board landed on 2 more names. Temari and Tenten. Naruto paid no attention to this match as soon as he saw Tenten firing weapons. It's pointless. Temari-chan is carrying a fan which I'm sure she uses proficiently. She'll just blow all of your projectiles away. Sorry, Tenten, she's your worst matchup, thought Naruto as he saw Temari continue to blow away Tenten's projectiles. Eventually, Temari had enough and finished Tenten by catching her in a tornado of wind that tormented the brown-haired girl. Hayate called it once he saw that it was over. Shausa, Temari. You made that fan look so sexy. I need one in my life, said Naruto loudly, getting a smirk from Temari as she walked back up. After the medics moved Tenten, the names started spinning again. Choji Akimichi vs Shino Aburame. Sucks for Choji. He'll be a big target for Shino's bugs and since his only techniques involve chakra-induced expansion, he'll lose, thought Naruto. Naruto was proven right as Choji kept smashing into Shino. Though they were only mushy bunshins, bug clones, which proceeded to empty Choji's reserves after about 2 minutes. Shausa, Shino Aburame. Naruto perked up slightly at the next match, Niji Hyuga vs Hinata Hyuga. Though Naruto became disappointed at Hinata's lack of fight going against her cousin, Niji didn't have that problem as he dismantled Hinata viciously throughout the fight. Though Naruto got fed up at the end when Niji went for the kill. Niji was stopped a few feet from Hinata by several people. He was locked in a grip from Guy while Kakashi held his left arm and Kurenai held his right. But everyone was surprised to see Naruto in between Hinata and Niji with a fist held firm, inches from Niji's face. Seems the main branch gets special treatment again, said Niji before he got the chills at Naruto's glare. Niji, I have nothing against you as a person, but for what you did to Hinata-chan here, knowing Hayate would have called the match regardless of her will to fight, is unbecoming of a Konoha nin. You better hope I don't see you in the finals as I promise to deal out tenfold to you what you gave to Hinata-chan, said Naruto as he clenched his fist that held a bit of Hinata's blood in it. Niji was taken away shortly afterward by Guy. Hinata was assisted by medics as everyone else returned to the stands. The next fight was between Shikamaru Nara and Sakura Haruno. Many people believed Sakura would have an easy victory against the dead last of his class. However, Naruto knew better. Shikamaru's the smartest person I know. He is only the dead last due to his unwillingness to do school work. I want Sakura to win as her teammate, but Shikamaru's too smart, thought Naruto as Sakura charged Shikamaru and lashed out with punches and kicks. Shikamaru dodged Sakura's attempts as he eventually backed up far enough to place his hands in the ram seal. Kage main no jutsu, shadow possession technique, said Shikamaru, once his and Sakura's shadow connected. Shikamaru made Sakura pull out a kunai as he said, "Sakura, forfeit." I placed my kunai holster on my left leg before this match started, so as you can see I'm not holding one. You are, and I'm not afraid to make you harm yourself, so give up. Sakura looked dejected as she realized she couldn't stop Shikamaru. So with reluctance, she gave up to keep herself from harm. Shausa, Shikamaru Nara said hey 8 as both Shikamaru and Sakura walked back up the platform. Good job Sakura, maybe you'll get a better opponent next time. Shikamaru's tough, said Naruto as Sakura smiled slightly. Upon noticing Shikamaru's face, Naruto asked a question. What's up with the face Shikamaru? Shikamaru sighed. I should have lost. I could have been done with this tournament and slept for the rest of it. Now I'll have to fight again. Troublesome. Hopefully, I don't go against another girl. Troublesome, said Shikamaru as he likely jinxed himself. Naruto laughed slightly as he saw the board shift to another pair of names. Kankuro and Misumi Tsurugi. Naruto found the match hilarious when Misumi realized he had been fighting a puppet the whole time. After receiving a bone-crushing hug from said puppet, Misumi was done. Shausa, Kankuro, said hey 8 as he looked wary for the next match. Gaara vs Rock Lee. Gaara v Lee. Yosh. Now I can show everyone the power of youth, claimed Lee excitedly. Lee felt a hand clasp his shoulder and looked up to see a blinding smile. Atta boy Lee. Show them that you're in the springtime of youth, claimed Guy just as excited as he patted Lee on the shoulder. Lee did a salute as he leaped down to the arena floor. Gaara arrived in Asuna Shunshin, standing with his arms crossed, looking uninterested in Rock Lee or this tournament for that matter. Hey 8 looked at both competitors as he started the match. Hajime, said hey 8 as he backed away. Lee took to the beginning stance of the Goken as Gaara popped the cork off his gourd. Sand seeped out of the gourd and surrounded Gaara on the ground in a crude circle. Lee, having enough of just standing around, vanished to attack Gaara. Gaara looked shocked to see his sand blocking Lee's strikes, but not seeing Lee. Is he moving that fast? Questioned Gaara as he kept swiveling his head to see sand dispersing after being struck, but no Lee. In the stands. Sasuke handed Naruto 100 Ryo as he said, "Thanks for keeping me from getting my ass whipped before the first exam. That speed is ridiculous." Naruto smirked at Sasuke, who was keeping his Sharingan eyes glued on the match. Seems he's trying to copy Lee. A smart idea, as that's the best taijutsu I've ever seen, thought Naruto watching Lee trying to beat Gaara. Shikaku, said Kurama on Naruto's head. Shikaku? As in the Ichibi. He's here? Where is he? Asked Naruto as he kept watching the match. Gaara? Yes. I can feel Shikaku's chakra seeping out of the boy. Not to mention he's from Suna, and Suna's bijou is Shikaku. He's likely the Jinchuriki. Those black marks around his eyes are bags. Shikaku doesn't allow his hosts to sleep, so it's even more likely now, finished Kurama as Naruto mentally nodded. Why would Sunagakure send its Jinchuriki to a Chunin exam in a foreign village, said Naruto as he pondered over it. I don't know. But be wary of him if you're not using your full power. Jinchuriki, no matter how small the bijou, are extremely dangerous when they're using their bijou's power, said Kurama as Naruto noticed something. Are you helping me? Seems you aren't that big, scary beast. You're just a fluff dash. You finish that sentence, I'll kill you, said Kurama dangerously as he cut off Naruto. Okay, I love you too, said Naruto. I'm gonna tear you to shred dash, started Kurama before Naruto cut the connection to focus on the fight. Arena floor. Sometime during Naruto's inner conversation with Kurama, Lee had taken off some weights and received a huge boost in speed. With his weights off, Lee's speed began even more unbelievable. He was now able to land blows on the Suna Jinchuriki. Despite Lee's powerful blows, Gaara's sand armor proved to be durable as he was still standing and able to fight. Sensing the need for a powerful finisher, Lee resorted to the move designed to beat Neji. Seems like I'll have to show my trump card. Even after smashing him with the front lotus, it still couldn't defeat him. I wish I could save it, but I need to put him down with something more powerful, thought Lee as he crossed his arms in an X. Hashirama Tonku, Simon Kai, 8 inner gates, gate of life release, said Lee. Lee's skin immediately turned red and a swirl of chakra circled him. Shomon Kai, gate of pain release, said Lee as a green aura surrounded him. Everyone could feel the power emanating from his body. It was incredible. A few moments after Lee said that, he vanished to appear underneath Gaara. Lee planted a foot into Gaara's chin that sent him sailing in the air. Lee appeared above Gaara and looked hellbent on causing harm. Gaara's sand shield couldn't keep up as Lee proceeded to bash Gaara around multiple times in the air. Eventually, after a dozen or so hits, Lee decided to finish Gaara. This will be the end. Taman Kai, gate of closing release, said Lee as he vanished again to hit Gaara with a series of quick gut punches. Before Gaara could hit the ground, Lee pulled Gaara back up by the bandage wrapped around his waist. Yura Renge, reverse lotus, said Lee as he hit Gaara with an open-handed palm strike and kick at the same time. Gaara went crashing to the ground as Lee landed a little ways away. There's no way he could get up from that, thought Lee as his right arm and right leg were in pain from using that last move. The same arm and leg were now in more pain as sand crept up his arm and proceeded to squeeze down on them. Sabaku Q, sand binding coffin, said a weak Gaara as his sand crushed Lee's arm and leg. He was trying to move it further around his body, but Guy showed up and quelled that movement. That's enough, said Guy as he took Lee away to the medics. Due to an interference, Shao Sagara, said Hey-8 as Gaara was grabbed by his sensei and taken back to the platform. His Bijou would assist in healing him. Since there are 3 competitors left, there will be a 3-way fight between Ino Yamanaka, Kiba Inazaka, and Naruto Senju, said Hey-8 as the 3 walked down the steps. Shit. I got to fight Naruto. I would try to team up with Ino, but I know she'll take his side. Looks like it's me and Akamaru. It's no worries, we've gotten better since the academy, we got this, thought Kiba as he arrived on the destroyed arena floor. Oh no, I have to fight my husband. Life isn't fair. If I lose, he'll think I'm too weak to be his wife and he'll never date me. If I win, he'll hate me for embarrassing him. What do I do, said Ino in a panic over fighting Naruto, totally forgetting that Kiba was fighting as well. Let's see how good my comrades have gotten, thought Naruto as he got into his ready stance. Ino and Kiba did the same as Hey-8 lowered his arm. Hajime. Naruto began with a speedy shunshin and planted a powerful punch into Kiba's jaw that rocketed the Inuzuka back to the wall. Naruto then turned to Ino and saw her holding a unique seal. Shintenshin no Jutsu, mind-body switch technique, said Ino as she fired her jutsu at the surprised Naruto. Ino's body fell to the ground as her jutsu flew at Naruto. Everyone was then shocked to see Naruto rush over and catch Ino before she fell, before eventually setting her down gently. That was easier than I thought, came the voice of Naruto as everyone became even more shocked. Naruto was hit by Ino's jutsu. With the spectators. Wow, Ino got her jutsu to hit Naruto, said Shikamaru, shocked to see the result. She can make Naruto forfeit. To think Naruto would allow himself to be hit by that jutsu. He knows all about it too. Sasuke looked shocked to see Naruto get struck by that jutsu so easily. Sakura was surprised her rival could catch Naruto off guard like that. Naruto was never caught off guard usually. The Konoha Jonin all looked dreadful as they knew that since Naruto was a Jinchuriki, His bijou would be in there with Ino. They feared the worst. Everyone looked hysterical as they saw Naruto tying Ino up with a rope. Back at the arena. Nice try, Ino-chan, gotta be a little faster. You almost had me there, said Naruto as he felt Kiba approaching. 2 Kibas. Getsuga, double piercing Fang, said Kiba. He and Akamaru, who was transformed into Kiba, came flying at Naruto in a spinning display of death. Naruto managed to toss Ino back up into the stands to her sensei right before spinning out of the way of the first Kiba. Naruto tried to evade the second but received a cut on his hand for his troubles. Almost had you, Naruto. Let's see how good you do when blind, said one of the Kibas as he dropped a smoke bomb. Both Kibas barreled into the smoke in another Getsuga, double piercing Fang, to catch Naruto full force this time. Eventually, the smoke cleared and you could see 3 Kibas standing in a triangle. One of the Kibas smirked as he decked another Kiba with a punch. I can smell you, Naruto. You can't hide from my nose in a simple henge transformation, said Kiba before realizing there were 2 more Narutos. I knew that, said Naruto with a kunai held to both Kiba's necks. The Kiba that got punched converted into Naruto before turning into rocks, signaling an IWA Bunshin, rock clone. Damn it, how did I not smell you until it was too late, asked Kiba. It's easy to pinpoint my location with your nose. But if I'm underground, I'm sure it makes it tougher to find me through the earth. So while that cloud of smoke was in the area, I replaced myself with a clone and hid underground. Then popped out to catch you off guard. Give up, said Naruto as he pushed the kunai closer to Kiba's neck. After a forfeit from Kiba, Hayate called the match. Shausa, Naruto Senju, will all the winners please come down to the arena floor? We have a few announcements, said Hayate. Kiba left the arena floor as Naruto stayed. Sasuke, Temari, Shino, Shikamaru, Niji, Kankuro, and Gaara arrived at the arena floor as Hayate addressed them again. Congratulations! You 8 genin are the finalists that will compete in the Chunin exam in 1 month. It will be just like this except we will find out your opponent right now through selection. You will pull a number from the hat and announce what number you received. We will pair you by numbers. Enko brought the hat toward Naruto as he pulled first. 1, said Naruto as Enko brushed past him. I still remember, kid, whispered Enko as her hips brushed up against Naruto's lower regions. Nice package. That lady again. Is this rape? Wait, is it rape if I like it? Thought Naruto, freezing up again as he felt his blood flowing. Naruto would need a cold shower later. Sasuke pulled his card next. 6, Temari 8. Shino 5. Shikamaru 7. Niji 2. Kankuro 3. And Gaara received 4 by default. Match 1, Naruto Senju vs Niji Hyuga. Match 2, Kankuro vs Gaara. Match 3, Shino Aburame vs Sasuke Uchiha. Match 4, Shikamaru Nara vs Temari. Match 5, winner of Match 1 vs winner of Match 2. Match 6, winner of Match 3 vs winner of Match 4. Match 7, winner of Match 5 vs winner of Match 6. Now that all your opponents have been figured out, use this month to prepare for the finals. Your village will be represented, so fight with that in mind, said Hayate as all the genin vacated the arena. 1 day later. The next day, Naruto was walking around Konoha, headed to find someone. Naruto was wearing a simple gray long-sleeved shirt with the Senju clan crest on his back and black pants that connected to his black shinobi sandals. He wasn't wearing his forehead protector at the moment, so his hair was covering his eyes a little. Kakashi had taken Sasuke away into the mountains to prepare him for the finals. Naruto had asked Kakashi for help, but Kakashi informed him that there was already someone capable down by the hot springs, plus they had already called dibs on teaching him. So that's who Naruto was headed to find/meet. Upon arriving at the hot springs front door, Naruto heard a weird noise coming from around the corner. Naruto turned the corner to see a man with white hair giggling. Before Naruto could say anything, Ebisu appeared and began berating the man. "Excuse me, sir, it is improper to peek at the women in the hot springs." "I'll have to ask you to leave," said Ebisu as the man never moved. Ebisu noticed the man didn't move, so he went to forcefully remove him. Ebisu reached for the man's collar to grab him and drag him away. However, the man jumped into the air, causing Ebisu to overreach and stumble underneath him. Ebisu was shocked at the man's swift movement, as he was then crushed by the sudden appearance of a toad and rendered unconscious. "Wow, that was so cool, mister." "Was that a summoning?" asked an excited Naruto as he approached the man. "Oh ho ho. So you like what you see, huh?" asked the man as he turned to face Naruto. He was a tall man with waist-length, spiky white hair tied back into a ponytail, with two shoulder-length bangs that framed both sides of his face. He had red lines that ran down from his eyes and wore a horned forehead protector with the kanji 4 oil. He also had a noticeable wart on the left side of his nose. The man wore a green short shirt kimono and matching pants, under which he wore mesh armor that showed out of the sleeves and legs of his outfit. His outfit was completed with handguards, a simple black belt, traditional Japanese geta, wooden sandals, a red haori with two simple yellow circles on each side, and a scroll on his back. Naruto recognized the man immediately. He had his suspicions when he saw the toad, but the oil forehead protector cleared all doubt. You're, said Naruto before he was cut off. "I am Mayaboku Mountain's monk of the Toad Spirits, also known as the Toad Sage." Jiraiya of the Sannin claimed Jiraiya as his toad disappeared. Naruto had stars in his eyes as he looked at the sage. "You're better than what I've read about. You taught the Yondaime Hokage, who is my hero. But I never pictured you to be a pervert," said Naruto, a little perverted. Jiraiya looked slightly shocked to see Naruto be perverted. Sadly, Naruto didn't know the first rule of peeking: no loud talking. Inside the baths, one woman said, "Pervert. There's a pervert outside, . Ah. Geez, they figured out I was peeking." "But I'm not a pervert," said Jiraiya. "I'm a super pervert," boasted Jiraiya proudly. "Right. Well, Kakashi-sensei said there was someone here that would oversee my training for the month. Are you that person? If so, could you please train me for the finals?" asked a hopeful Naruto. "Heh, the kid looks exactly like Minato does. Except he has his mother's eyes. He even knows how to ask for training. Why not see what he can do?" "But I need lunch," thought Jiraiya before he said, "Buy me lunch every day I train you, and I'm in." Naruto pulled out his toad wallet, affectionately named Gamachan. After opening it, he proceeded to cry at how much money he'd lose over the month, but it'd be worth it. 2 hours later. "Hey kid, you should definitely hit that," said Jiraiya to Naruto as he and Naruto exited a dango restaurant. Naruto's face turned red as he remembered the incident. Flashback, 40 minutes ago. "So you're telling me pancakes are better than waffles?" asked Jiraiya as he finished giving his order. "Yes, I could eat pancakes all day. Especially with blueberry syrup," said Naruto as he and Jiraiya were conversing. Naruto and Jiraiya were already talking like good friends after only knowing each other for an hour. Naruto was about to continue speaking until he paused and twitched a little. "Your hot chick senses going off too?" asked Jiraiya as he felt a beautiful woman approaching due to his own sensing abilities. Naruto went red in the face as he felt Enko arrive, literally. She appeared sitting in his lap with a kunai to his neck. Enko greeted Jiraiya. "Hello Jiraiya-sama, I see you're hanging out with the gaki, brat." "Indeed, I am Enko-san. It seems you need a moment, I'll be back," said Jiraiya as Enko thanked him. Naruto was mouthing "help me" to Jiraiya as he left Naruto alone. Jiraiya only held both thumbs up as he disappeared around the corner. If you needed help Naruto-kun, you could have just asked. I'll definitely assist you with anything, said Anko as she looked back toward Naruto. She then looked down. Anything, said Anko a little suggestively. It took all of Naruto's willpower to keep himself from reacting to Anko. Naruto and Jiraiya's dango arrived as Anko took a stick from Naruto's plate. Seems you're better than I thought. But I'll get you Gaki. Just you wait, said Anko. She placed the dango in her mouth seductively as she slowly ground her way out of Naruto's lap. By Anko-chan, said Naruto as he sat frozen. She's still not wearing underwear, thought Naruto as Jiraiya sat back down. Have a nice talk, Naruto? Asked Jiraiya with a smirk. Naruto merely nodded as he ate the rest of his dango in silence. Flashback end. I have to learn how to handle those situations better, said Naruto as Jiraiya laughed. We'll add that to your training, brat, said Jiraiya as Naruto and he arrived at a training ground. Naruto, before we start, give me a rundown of your abilities. Okay, well, I am pretty good at all the shinobi arts. I've been told ninjutsu's my favorite. Taijutsu, I'm still using the basic academy style, but I'm not shabby at it due to my speed. Genjutsu, I know how to dispel them and I can cast a few. Though I rarely use them on any ninjas as they can be broken easily. Ninjutsu comes easy to me as I have 3 chakra natures. I have a pretty nice arsenal of jutsu, but I do need some heavy hitters. I'm a level 3 Fuinjutsu user and that's pretty much it, said Naruto until he saw Jiraiya laugh slightly. Kid, I'm Konoha's spy master. I know all about your abilities, even your untold abilities, said Jiraiya as leaned in to whisper, Mokuton and the Kyuubi. You're quite the special kid. Naruto had a shocked face as only Kakashi, Tenzo, and Hiruzen knew about both of those. I should have known you'd know. Yes, I can use Mokuton and about 1 tael of my Bijuu's chakra. Great. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to your training. Since you have ninjutsu down and I suck at genjutsu, we'll focus mainly on taijutsu and even fuinjutsu, as I'm a level 8 seal master. That'll only be with your time with me. I'm sure your other sensei will help you with your ninjutsu. Though I may show you a few special jutsu of mine. Since you don't have a taijutsu style, I'm going to teach you Kawazu Kyumite, Toad Fist. It's taijutsu only used by toad summoners, said Jiraiya as he paused for Naruto to catch his drift. It took Naruto a few seconds to understand Jiraiya. I'm gonna be a toad summoner. But why would you choose me? Asked Naruto, confused at Jiraiya's intentions. They had just met, which made him so special. Well, it's been a while since I've had an apprentice. I'm getting old and I've been watching you. You seem perfect to become a toad summoner, said Jiraiya as he poofed out a scroll. All you have to do is draw a little blood and write your name in this space here, place all 5 fingers here, and you're golden, said Jiraiya as Naruto did all the required steps. Naruto noticed he placed his name next to Minato Namikaze, the Yondaime Hokage. I have a new title to add to my name. I am Naruto Senju, future Hokage, ramen connoisseur, and toad summoner of Konoha, said Naruto as he puffed his chest out a little bit. Not exactly, you first have to summon the toad boss and get his approval. To summon, you need to bite your thumb to draw blood, perform these hand seals, boar, dog, bird, monkey, ram, and slam your palm onto a surface while channeling a huge amount of chakra, said Jiraiya before he continued with, you may not get it on your first dash. Kuchios no Jutsu, summoning technique, said Naruto, cutting off Jiraiya as a huge plume of smoke appeared. Jiraiya, why did you summon me? Asked a huge red toad wearing a blue vest carrying a huge sword. The toad also had a pipe in his mouth. Hello, I am Naruto Senju. I was the one who summoned you. Would you happen to be the chief toad? Said Naruto as he leaped off the toad's head to land in front of him. The toad looked down at Naruto and almost had a heart attack. Is this Minato's kid? He's grown up so big. And he seems like a capable shinobi. Where is Jiraiya? I have a few questions for him, thought the toad before he spoke. You summon me? Heh, well what do you want as I am the Toad Chief, Gamabunta, said Gamabunta. Naruto smiled slightly as he said, well I was told that I needed your permission to become an official Toad summoner. So how do I go about doing that, do I ask or is there a requirement? Pfft, this kid. If he's Minato's kid then of course but why not mess with him thought Gamabunta as he said, of course you can be a Toad summoner. If you share a drink with me. A drink? Heh, he has to be 20 to drink alcohol. He'll probably panic about being too young to dash, thought Gamabunta until he was cut off by Naruto. You supplying, said Naruto, completely willing to go along with it. Gamabunta looked shocked for a second until he smiled. Summon me back in 15 minutes, said Gamabunta as he disappeared in a puff of smoke. Jiraiya peeked his head around from a nearby tree as he said, I heard y'all were drinking. 1 month later. The next month passed quickly as Naruto was headed toward Konoha Stadium, where the Chunin exam finals were being held. Naruto was wearing clothing similar to an umbu as it was a gift from Tenzo. Tenzo had given Naruto the outfit when he visited him last week. Naruto was clad in a black t-shirt, black umbu-style pants with umbu-style sandals on. He also had on a gray flak jacket like Konoha umbu. To complete his outfit were matching gray arm guards with black forearm warmers underneath. He wore his forehead protector around his forehead like normal as he walked into the stadium. He was halted from going farther as he was directed to the area for the finalists. Yo! Sup Shino? Ready for today, said Naruto to the only other person there at the moment. Hello, Naruto-san. I believe I'm adequately prepared for the fights. Are you ready for the finals? Responded Shino in kind. Naruto smiled slightly. Of course I am. This day means a lot to me, said Naruto, thinking about learning about his parents. Naruto conversed with Shino a little more until he felt a trio appearing. Temari-chan, Kankuro, and Gaara, said Naruto as the trio walked in. Kankuro grunted in response. Temari smiled a sweet smile at Naruto in return. Gaara looked toward Naruto warily. Gaara was eyeing Naruto as he was talking to Temari. Gaara eventually interrupted Naruto's flirting with Temari with a statement. Mother says to be wary of you. She wants you to die, if possible, said Gaara as Naruto heard Kurama laugh. Kid thinks Shikaku is a girl. Ha! That's perfect, said Kurama, laughing with Naruto mentally. Kurama had told Naruto about the other Bijou. Their gender was also brought up and Shikaku was considered a boy. Well maybe. But you never know. You could be dangerous as well, Ichibi, said Naruto as the Sand Trio gasped. He knows about Gaara. How much does he know? Does he know about the war? I need to tell Sensei, thought Temari as her blush immediately left at hearing Naruto say Ichibi. Luckily Shikamaru came in and captured Naruto's attention with a greeting. Sandaime began speaking to the crowd as well since you could hear his voice emanate through the walls. A few moments later, Sasuke walked in to complete the group of finalists. Naruto took notice of Sasuke's clothing as it was identical to his own. Sasuke was clad in the same outfit as Naruto except his shirt had a high collar. Naruto fist-bumped Sasuke as he said, would have thought you'd make a flashy entrance. HN. We were going until Kakashi got a message from the Hokage saying we had to show up on time, said Sasuke. Nice clothes, said Naruto. Seems you got the same thing as me. I'm guessing Kakashi told you about it? Sasuke smirked, yeah, I got the Umbu invite as well. We get to wear the uniforms to practice fighting in them. Yeah, they're pretty comfy. You seem rather confident. Good training month? Sasuke activated his Sharingan as he said, more than ready to whip your ass in the finals. If you even make it past Niji and most likely, Gaara. Naruto smiled slightly, we'll see, Shino's no pushover. Good luck with that. You better make it to the finals, said Naruto as he heard the stadium scream with a cheer as Sandaime finished speaking. Seemed it was starting. Stadium floor. Hello, and welcome to the Chunin exams. I am Genma Shiranui and I will be the proctor for today's event, said Genma as the crowd erupted into cheers. Everybody please keep your cheers to a minimum as we introduce our finalists. One by one the genin walked out into the stadium. From Sunagakure, Temari, Kankuro, and Gaara, said Genma as each genin came out after one another when their name was called. Hailing from Konohagakure, Shino Aburame. The cheers got a little louder as Konoha was being introduced. Shikamaru Nara. Niji Hyuga. The crowd erupted as the Hyugas were a prevalent clan in Konoha. Sasuke Uchiha. The crowd went even wilder as their golden boy was introduced. Naruto Senju, said Genma as it seemed the crowd somehow got louder. Naruto looked astounded at the cheers. His eyes pondered to the Hokage as Hiruzen gave a smile. It seemed Hiruzen had gotten word around town about Naruto. And indeed he did. Konoha had been informed about Wave, who made Konoha their main trading partners, definitely boosting their economy. The claim of Naruto being the hero of Wave was prevalent as to why Konoha received such a trade partner, and the populace now knew. They were definitely grateful for that. Even a rumor had spread, also from Hiruzen, that since Naruto's body was that of a Senju's, the Kyuubi was perfectly timed inside him. Naruto being a Senju had the power to tame the Kyuubi, so the rumors say. People began to believe that Naruto was indeed a hero, just like the fourth had wanted. It only took since Naruto became a Senju, 3 years ago, up until this point for it to spread to the entire populace. Naruto never noticed the shift in people's views as he was focused on training and missions with Team 7. He was so happy, and Naruto made a mental note to thank Hiruzen later. All he ever wanted was the village's admiration, and this was exactly how his dreams started. Get ready, kid, you and the Hyuga are up first, said Genma silently to Naruto. Genma then spoke up loud to address the crowd. The first match of this Chunin exams finals is between Naruto Senju and Niji Hyuga. Will these fighters stay here while the rest wait in the finalists' box? Listening to instructions. Only Naruto, Niji, and Genma remained on the field as the rest of the group moved to the finalist box. Are both fighters ready? Said Genma as both nodded. First match of the Chunin exams, Hajime. Genma, the proctor of the third exam, called the match to start, but Naruto and Niji never moved. Neither genin even entered a fighting stance as the crowd looked confused at the proceedings. Senju-san. It seems you picked correct in that we would face each other, said Niji with a stoic demeanor. Naruto looked at Niji as he cracked his knuckles. I'm about to whoop your ass, something serious, and while I'm doing it, remember that it's for Hinata-chan, said Naruto as he finally shifted into a stance. Niji twitched slightly at Naruto's words. He knew that Naruto was incredibly strong, but in his mind, he still believed he could defeat him. With his Juken, gentle fist, he could seal up Naruto's Tenketsus, chakra points, and coast to an easy win. Niji settled into the opening stance of the famed Juken as he activated his Byakugan, all-seeing white eye. Naruto placed his hands in the ram seal as he channeled some chakra. Iwa Bunshin no Jutsu, rock clone technique, thought Naruto as around him, 8 Narutos appeared growing from the earth. Niji smirked. You do realize that I can tell which one is you. Those clones are meaningless when your chakra isn't distributed evenly, said Niji as he saw Naruto laugh. Just because you know which one is me, doesn't mean it'll make getting past them any easier, said Naruto as his 8 clones charged at Niji. 4 of his clones arrived first as they attacked Niji all at once. 2 struck from behind as 2 attacked from the front. Seeing the clones behind him, Niji performed a front flip over the 2 clones in front, evading all of the attacks. 2 clones were on Niji as he landed. They appeared flanking him on both sides, but he easily spun and slapped away their attempts to punch him. Once he finished spinning, another Naruto appeared and lashed out with an uppercut. Niji flew back into the air as he appeared to be struck by Naruto. However, it was actually evaded by Niji at the last second with only inches to spare. Niji, having enough dodging, decided to rid himself of the clones. So when another 4 Narutos surrounded him, he gracefully leaped into the air and performed a spinning heel kick. The kick connected with all the Narutos as they crumbled into rocks from the powerful kicks. As soon as those 4 clones were destroyed, 2 more Narutos came rushing at Niji. Niji skillfully slapped away their attacks and destroyed them with a double palm strike. The final 2 clones appeared as Niji turned and finished them with a powerful open palm to their stomachs. "Too easy," said Niji until he noticed something on one of the Narutos when it crumbled to rocks. Niji held up a guard as he was rocked by an explosion. Niji was sent skidding backward as he had a few singe marks on him from the explosion. He placed an explosive note in that clone. "This is going to be difficult," thought Niji as he looked at Naruto. So the stories are true. The Byakugan does allow the user to see in a perfect 360. And he's fast enough to dodge all of the attacks. Seems I'll have to think of something. There has to be a weakness, I just need to find it, thought Naruto as he was cut from his musings when Niji spoke to him. It'll take a lot more than that to defeat me. Like I said before, my eyes see everything, said Niji. Naruto folded his arms and stared at Niji with a bored expression. And exactly what do you see with those eyes of yours? They allow me to see the truth of this world. Like how your skill is determined at birth. In other words, everything is predetermined when you're born. Bullshit, said Naruto at Niji's claim. I don't believe in any of that fate stuff. We create our own destiny in life, finished Naruto as he saw Niji smirk slightly. Amusing coming from a person like you. You're the perfect example of what I'm speaking of. You hail from the legendary Senju clan of the forest. You're related to 3 of Konoha's greatest ninjas ever produced. So it comes as no surprise that you're incredibly strong. You were strong before you were even born, said Niji. Naruto got slightly angry at Niji's words. Why do you think of people like that? I only speak the truth. You and I were fated to be stronger than the rest. That's why those imbeciles you faced, Lee, and Hinata-sama failed. They were predestined to fail no matter what. Everyone may be different, but we all have to walk the path that has been laid in front of us. The only fate common between everyone is death. Are you done? Asked Naruto, tired of talking to Niji. Niji's eyebrow arched upward slightly in confusion. What? As I said before, that fate stuff you're spilling out is complete bullshit. We make our own paths in life. I'm strong because I worked my ass off to get here and I had great teachers. But I will agree with you this time, you will have to walk the path laid before you. That path created by me consists of ass whooping as I'm just getting started, said Naruto. Naruto created 15 clones this time and like before had them rush at Niji. Heh, clones again. You should know this won't work against me. I won't fall for that cheap trick again, said Niji as he began to defend the clone's onslaught. Niji was even dodging Naruto's kunai and shuriken as he had taken to throwing them to keep Niji from destroying his clones. Niji had been dodging the clone's attacks and Naruto's projectiles efficiently until he was struck from behind with a kunai to his upper back. Wonder why he didn't dodge, thought Naruto as his kunai struck Niji in his right shoulder from behind. Niji pulled the kunai out of his back as he began to counterattack against the clones. Hack Rokujuyenshu, 8 trigrams 64 palms, said Niji as he sped through attacks to get rid of the clones. With the blistering speed of his attacks, eventually Niji finished the clones. Niji then looked at the real Naruto standing a few feet away with a thoughtful expression. He hit me. Right in my blind spot. Though it could be seen as me not dodging in time, so I have nothing to worry about as long as he doesn't figure it out, thought Niji as he was beginning to get nervous. What if Naruto figured out his weakness? Finalist box. I thought the Byakugan allowed the user to see everything in a 360. How did Naruto hit him with that kunai? Asked Sasuke with his Sharingan activated. Sasuke knew Neji was fast enough to dodge it, so what was going on? Is there a blind spot to the Byakugan? Standing beside Sasuke, Shino and Shikamaru were thinking the same thing. In the audience, he hit Neji, thought Tenten was shocked. But how? Neji can see everything in a 360. Don't tell me he found out the weakness of the Byakugan, thought Hayashi frantically as he saw Neji get hit in the back. Hayashi then looked shocked to see Neji's attack. To think a branch member figured out how to do that move. Impressive. Kakashi-sensei, said Sakura as Kakashi moved his head slightly to show he was listening. Why doesn't Naruto use any of his jutsu? He's much stronger than this. Well, in a tournament like this, it's more of a marathon, not a sprint. Naruto's just thinking ahead, said Kakashi as he continued to quell Sakura's confusion. He's pacing himself. In a marathon, you don't jump out the gates full speed. You pace yourself and save your energy. Naruto would still have another match, maybe two if he continues to win. He doesn't want to go all out in this fight, if possible, as it could lead to a loss later. Sakura nodded as she understood completely. I think Naruto's using his clones differently than that, said Asuma as everyone looked quizzical besides Kakashi and Guy. Kurenai figured out what he meant and explained. He's testing Neji while observing him from a distance. He's trying to find a weakness, and that kunai that finally landed may have given him a clue. Everyone looked back at the fight as Neji had finished the clones. Kid's pretty good. He'll have my vote, thought Asuma was thinking about Naruto. Back to the fight. Neji, not wanting Naruto to create more clones, rushed at Naruto with impressive speed. Neji attacked Naruto with a fast open palm to the stomach. Naruto looked shocked to see Neji move so quickly and couldn't evade fast enough. He was struck hard in the gut by Neji as he felt the air leave him. Neji was surprised to see his attack hit so easily, but wasn't disappointed when Naruto converted to mud shortly afterward, signaling a replacement. Neji began to scan the area as he saw Naruto appear standing on the stadium wall. Neji then looked shocked as the mud from Naruto's replacement morphed into a huge dragon head. He won't have enough time to dodge. This will hit him hard, thought Naruto. Naruto had performed a shunshin to appear on the stadium wall as he held the dragon seal. Doton, Doryuden, Earth Style, Earth Dragon Bullet, said Naruto as the dragon head fired massive mud balls at Neji. Not enough time to get out of the way. Looks like I'll have to use that technique, thought Neji as he began to spin around at high speeds. Kaiten, rotation, came the shout of Neji. Neji released a huge amount of chakra while spinning. Neji's spinning dome deflected the mud balls with ease as everyone looked shocked. In the audience, "Father, that was Dash," started Hayashi's youngest daughter Hanabi before she was cut off. "Yes, that was one of the main branch's moves," said Hayashi as he thought, to think he'd figured both of those moves out by just watching them. Must make him a genius like none other. The boy is truly blessed with more ability than any other in the clan. Whoa, he just shrugged off Naruto's jutsu like it was nothing, said Sakura as she heard Tenten scoff. Of course he did. That move is Neji's perfect defense. Nothing gets past it. It'll be the reason Neji wins this fight, why he wins every fight, said Tenten, confident in her teammate's ability. Perfect defense? How's Naruto going to get past that, said Sakura as the other rookie genin thought the same. Naruto v Neji. Neji stopped spinning once he noticed Naruto's jutsu end. He looked toward Naruto with a smirk. That was the most powerful defense. It is an absolute defense created by the Hyuga clan, even better than Gaara's sand, it cannot be beaten. You should just give up now, said Neji. Naruto narrowed his eyes until he finally looked like he figured something out. You have a blind spot, said Naruto as all the Hyugas in the stadium looked shocked. Did he figure it out? Thought Niji in a panic. Naruto smirked slightly as he said, from your expression, it must mean I'm correct in my judgment. That means, this will hurt. Niji was panicking, scanning his surroundings for an attack. After a few moments, Niji saw Naruto appear behind him with his hands clasped together. Suiton, Suidan no Jutsu, water style, water bullet technique, thought Naruto as he fired off a huge water ball at Niji. Useless, said Niji as he performed another kaiten. Upon stopping, Niji noticed Naruto was nowhere to be found. Niji immediately began to focus on his blind spot trying to find Naruto. So engrossed with his blind spot, Niji didn't notice the ground beneath him crack slightly. Naruto came flying out of the ground with an uppercut. Niji felt the full impact of Naruto's punch to his chin as it lifted him off the ground. Niji's feet slightly got off the ground before his upward progress was halted by a sharp kick to his stomach. Niji was sent back as he landed on his back and slid a few more feet. As Niji was on his back, he looked up to see another water ball crashing down on top of him. I got tricked. I can barely move. I've only been hit 3 times. Are his attacks that strong? Thought Niji as he laid on the ground in pain and soaked from Naruto's jutsu. Naruto dusted himself off as he walked over to Niji. Niji was struggling to move as he said, you were tricking me into believing that you had found a blind spot. Knowing that would make me scan my surroundings instead of focusing on the ground. Bingo, said Naruto before he whispered, I also know that you have that blind spot in the upper right portion of your back. The kunai that landed earlier only confirms it, finished Naruto as he prepared to finish off Niji. I was planning to thoroughly beat you to within an inch of your life, but Hinata-chan asked me not to. So I have to ask, what's going on with your family? It's clearly got you to think about this fate stuff so hard. And I'm guessing it has to do with past events involving you and Hinata, asked Naruto as he looked at Niji's down position. You're correct in your judgment, Senju-san. Started Niji weakly as he was still in pain from Naruto's attacks. In our family, we are separated into 2 groups. The main family and the branch family. Those in the branch family are meant to serve the main family with their lives. We are even branded to forever bear the mark of a servant. We are given a seal to ensure our servitude to the main family. You wouldn't know what it's like to have a seal define you. Naruto was shocked to see Niji stand up immediately. You made a mistake. You're in my field of divination, said Niji as he took off towards Naruto. 2 palms, said Niji as he lashed out with 2 strikes. Shit, thought Naruto as he evaded both strikes. 4 palms. Niji lashed out with 4 strikes even faster than the last 2. Naruto still dodged all the strikes as Niji continued. 8 palms. Naruto finally was struck in the shoulder by one of Niji's hits. 16 palms. Niji hit Naruto 4 times as his pace continued to pick up. 32 palms, 64 palms, Naruto was struck 14 more times. Naruto even got the finishing double palm to the stomach as he was sent to the ground. Seems that I have prevailed, not even the legendary Senju clan can defeat the Hyuga. Proctor, call the match, he won't be getting up, said Niji until he saw Naruto picking himself up. Naruto was covered in an orange aura of chakra as he stood up. Well, that hurt, said Naruto as he looked completely unfazed by Niji's strikes. Where is this chakra coming from? Thought Niji as he could have sworn he saw it swirl into a fox. Finalist box. That's Bija chakra. Is he a Jinchuriki? Thought Temari. Kankuro and Gaara were thinking the same. They knew the feeling of chakra from a Jinchuriki as Gaara was one as well. Shino and Shikamaru were trying to find out why Naruto's chakra was like that. Shino had sent a few bugs to figure out, but they died upon sucking up the chakra. What was going on with Naruto? Sasuke was the most shocked. Naruto, what the hell are you? Thought Sasuke as he looked at Naruto's chakra with his Sharingan. How powerful are you? In the audience. He's really in control of that power? Asked a random Chunin. Let's hope so, but I mean it looks like the rumor was true. He seems in control, said another ninja as he watched Naruto. Naruto? What is that? You never showed that before, thought Sakura about her teammate. Naruto-kun. Thought Hinata as she coughed slightly. She was still injured from her fight with Neji. Holy hell, I can feel the alpha flying off of Naruto. What the hell is he, thought Kiba as he felt Naruto's dominating presence. It just commanded obedience. How strong was he really? Naruto v Neji. You shouldn't have let your guard down, Naruto. You'd have been finished had I not been here, said Kurama as he funneled chakra into Naruto's system to open his chakra points back up. Thanks, Kurama. I owe you one. Though I might have been able to force it open with my chakra alone. Then again it could have made me lose a lot of chakra to try it on my own. Regardless, I was careless and now I've shown off your chakra, now I have to answer everyone's questions. Troublesome, said Naruto back to Kurama in his head. What is that chakra? Came the slightly scared voice of the normally stoic Neji. Looks like I got careless, said Naruto as he still had that orange aura surrounding him. You shut down my chakra for a second. Had it not been for me being a Jinchuriki, this fight would have been over. The stadium was silent at Naruto's announcement. Most of the stadium already knew about Naruto's status as their Jinchuriki. Naruto's friends were confused, they had never heard of the word Jinchuriki before. Jinchuriki? Asked Neji. Jinchuriki, the power of human sacrifice. It's a term that describes one who contains a bijou. To name a bijou, let's go with the Kyuubi, said Naruto as Neji was slowly getting the picture. But it was said that Yondaime killed the Kyuubi? How could you be its Jinchuriki? It should be dead. But I'm not and your Yondaime is. Kurama 1, Yondaime 0. Suck it, said Kurama on Naruto's head. Naruto had to suppress a laugh at Kurama's words as he explained how it's impossible to kill a bijou. They are coalesced energy given a form. If the Yondaime managed to kill the Kyuubi, it would just disperse and eventually pop up again. Knowing that the Yondaime decided it best to seal the beast away, seal it into a boy. A boy who happened to be born on that day. That boy is me, said Naruto as he looked slightly dejected. So don't tell me that I don't know what it's like to have a seal placed on me that defines who I am. I've been judged since birth over something I have no control over, said Naruto as he rocketed toward Neji. Too fast, thought Neji as he resorted to another Kaiten. Naruto stopped before reaching the spinning dome as he smirked slightly. Naruto placed his hands in the boar, then the tiger hand seal. Doton, Yomi Numa, Earth style, swamp of the underworld, said Naruto. Neji's spinning halted as a thick swamp appeared underneath him. Neji began to sink slightly as the mud swallowed him up to his ankles. What dash, said Neji until he was cut off by the sudden appearance of Naruto atop the mud beside him. Neji caught Naruto's punch and attempted to strike with a finger jab until Naruto caught his wrist. Due to Neji's hands being tied up and his legs still sinking in the mud, he had no protection against Naruto's knee to his stomach. As Neji was bent over from the impact of Naruto's knee, he received a vicious kick to the side of the head. Naruto had done a spin kick to launch Neji out of the swamp. His attacks have gotten stronger, thought Neji as he was laying on the ground in pain from Naruto's Kyuubi-enhanced blows. Naruto let his orange aura fade as he said, "This fight is over. I can withstand your Juken strikes since I can just reopen my chakra points. And I can keep you from activating your absolute defense. Just give up before you get hurt more." Neji struggled to get up as he refused to give up. "This fight isn't over," said Neji as he stumbled toward Naruto. Naruto shook his hand as he easily dodged Neji's attack. "You should know when to give up. You're fighting despite being totally outclassed and already injured. If this was a real fight, it would cost you dearly. These exams are about proving your Chunin material, said Naruto as he decked Neji with an elbow to the face. Neji was on the ground, laying on his back in pain, as Naruto continued. By continuing to fight, it just shows you aren't ready for prime time. When Naruto finished speaking, he smashed a fist into Neji's gut. The ground around Neji cracked slightly as a small amount of blood flew from his mouth. Neji couldn't move a muscle as the pain was too much for him. Genma, having seen enough, decided to call the fight. Shausa, Naruto Senju. Naruto looked up to the crowd as he waved to their cheers. I should have known you were fated to win. You're a Senju after all, said Neji weakly. Naruto looked toward Neji with red, slitted eyes. I'm sick of this fate stuff. I'm not great because I'm only blessed with natural talent. I've worked hard to get where I've gotten. And honestly, I'd rather be in the same class as Lee, 'cause he's not a coward. He doesn't give in to his fate. Just because he can only use taijutsu, doesn't mean he gave in to his fate of never being a great ninja. You, however, are a great ninja. Blessed with incredible talent, yet you don't let yourself fly due to your weak-ass views of the world, finished Naruto as his eyes turned back to violet. Naruto went running out of the stadium, blowing kisses to the crowd. The medics arrived to take Neji away as Genma spoke to him for the first time. When captured birds grow wiser, they try to open their cage with their beaks. They don't give up because they want to fly again, said Genma as Neji was taken away. Kage box. The Kazekage sat next to the Hokage as they watched the fight. Seems like you have two promising genin there, Hirozendano. Especially that Senju boy, quite powerful even without using his Biju's chakra, said the Kazekage as Hirozen smiled. Indeed, Naruto-kun is. I believe he definitely showed skills worthy of a Chunin. And even though Neji is a strong ninja, I can't see him getting the nod for Chunin, said Hiruzen as he watched Naruto exit into the tunnel. True. Very true. Well, let's watch the next match, shall we, said the Kazekage as Hiruzen nodded. Arena floor, 5 minutes later. The crowd eventually calmed down and they were ready for the next match. Now on to match 2 of these finals. Will Kankuro and Gaara come down? Started Genma until he was cut off. I forfeit the proctor, said Kankuro as he received boos for his announcement. Okay. Winner by forfeit. Gaara, said Genma as he just went to the next match on the list. Match 3 of the finals. Will Shino Aburame and Sasuke Uchiha make their way down? Sasuke and Shino made their way down to the arena floor. On the way down, Sasuke saw Naruto walking up. Jinchuriki, said Sasuke as Naruto looked towards him. Something like that, said Naruto as he and Sasuke looked at each other. Shino nodded to Naruto but continued walking to let the two friends speak. Sasuke stared at Naruto for a few seconds until he smirked. I'm still gonna beat you. Having that power won't help you from my onslaught. Naruto smiled slightly as he said, we'll see. I still dance better than you. HN, said Sasuke as he fist bumped Naruto, smiling as well. Nice of you to hide your hand seals by having your back to me. I was certainly trying to copy a few to add to my arsenal. Naruto laughed slightly as he did keep his back to Sasuke during his fight to prevent that. See you in the finals, said Naruto as he headed up to the finalist box. Of course. You just better be ready for prime time, said Sasuke as he went down to the arena floor to fight. Finalist box. Naruto showed up in the finalists box a little later as he looked around to see the other finalists stare at his arrival. Naruto looked apprehensive until Shikamaru smiled slightly. Troublesome, of course you have something like that. Don't worry, you're still Naruto. Being a Jinchuriki won't change that fact, said Shikamaru as he held out a fist to Naruto. Naruto smiled as he bumped fist with Shikamaru. He even saw Sakura and the rest of his friends looking at him with a smile. Seemed he was worrying over nothing. Arena floor. Sasuke and Shino were facing each other as Genma looked at both of them. Are both fighters ready? After a nod from both, Gemma said, the third match of the Chunin exam finals. Hajime. As soon as Genma finished speaking, Sasuke had to sprint back to evade the bugs flying out of Shino's sleeves. Those bugs are going to be troublesome. Who's to say there isn't one already on me? And then again I could be looking at a clone in the first place, thought Sasuke as he dodged again. Dodging once more, Sasuke had enough of the bugs and flew through several hand seals. Katan, Gokakyu no Jutsu, fire style, grand fireball technique, said Sasuke as he fired a huge fireball that tore off into Shino's bugs. However, Sasuke was in for a surprise as he saw Shino's bugs take the fireball and not burn to death. Shino then spoke as he explained. Sasuke-san, do you believe I wouldn't prepare for your jutsu? These bugs are fire-resistant and as such, your fire jutsu is useless against them, said Shino as he sent another wave of bugs toward Sasuke. Sasuke had listened to Shino's explanation and wasn't surprised. Of course he'd have bugs like that. Now I need to find the real Shino. The one before me is a clone as genjutsu didn't work on him, thought Sasuke as he dodged the bugs again. Sasuke, having enough of Shino hiding, decided to get rid of hiding spots. Rat, tiger, dog, ox, rabbit, tiger, thought Sasuke as he went through those hand seals. Katan, Hosenka Mikyaku, fire style, Phoenix Sage fire annihilation, said Sasuke. Sasuke unleashed a dozen huge volleys of fire, almost comparable to 12 grand fireballs, into the trees. Upon contacting something, the fireballs exploded, creating a raging fire that blazed through the forest. In the audience. Hot damn, said Kiba as he saw Sasuke's jutsu. That pretty much summed up everyone's collective thoughts. Kakashi only smiles at his students. Troublesome, said Shikamaru as Naruto looked on with a smile at his friend. Arena floor. Shino came flying out of the forest to dodge Sasuke's impressive jutsu. I didn't think he had a jutsu of that scale, thought Shino as he landed out in the open, away from the blazing forest fire. Sasuke never gave Shino a chance to do anything as he was already upon him. Sasuke threw a punch at Shino that connected with the bug user's face and sent him skidding back. Shino, after getting punched a few feet away, looked up to see Sasuke in a stance identical to Rock Lee's. Seems he's using the Goken, strong fist. I'm not that good at taijutsu and as such he would defeat me decisively in hand-to-hand combat. I need to keep him away, thought Shino as the flames began to die down slightly. Not wanting Sasuke to attack him again, Shino let loose another barrage of bugs at Sasuke. The bugs flew at Sasuke in a spiraling motion. Bojui no Jin, spindle formation, said Shino. The jutsu was too fast and widespread as Sasuke was struck in the gut by Shino's bugs. Shino watched Sasuke as his bugs were slowly gathering around him. It's over, thought Shino until he noticed something was wrong. Genjutsu Kai. Shino broke the genjutsu placed on him by Sasuke as the Sasuke in front of him disappeared from view. Attempting to find Sasuke with his bugs, Shino was too late in pinpointing the Uchiha as he felt Sasuke kick him high into the air. While airborne, Sasuke appeared behind Shino using the Kagebuyo, shadow of the dancing leaf. It's over, said Sasuke as he planted several kicks into Shino's body that sent him crashing toward the ground. Just before Shino hit the ground, Sasuke planted another kick into his midsection. Shirsha Rendan, Lion's Barrage, said Sasuke. Shino laid prone on the ground as his bugs seeped back into his body to run damage control. You almost had me there, Shino. Too bad, you may have won that fight, said Sasuke. Shausa, Sasuke Uchiha, said Genma as the crowd lit up in cheers. Genma looked toward Sasuke as he said, "You're lucky he looked at your eyes when you were being covered by his bugs. He would have never been placed in that genjutsu and you would have had your chakra drained. Those bugs were even draining you as you did that final move. You're a lucky kid." Sasuke deactivate his Sharingan as he turned away from Genma. HN. A win's a win in my books, said Sasuke as Genma smirked. The kid was right. Kage box. Konoha seems to produce great ninjas. Both of those kids were splendid. The bug boy had a great plan and was well prepared for his opponent. He'll likely be promoted. And that Uchiha boy, what a splendid display of all three facets of a shinobi, said the Kazekage. Hiruzen looked on proudly at his two ninjas. Perhaps you're right, Kazekage Dano. Seems it's true that the younger generation always surpasses the previous generation. Arena floor, 5 minutes later. After the crowd settled down and the fire was fully put out, Genma announced the next match. Match 4 of the finals. Will Shikamaru, Nara and Temari make their way down, said Genma as Temari made her way to the arena floor. Shikamaru tried to stay but Naruto pushed him over the railing so he'd get down there. After a few moments, Sasuke came into the finalist box as he smirked at Naruto. Seems you did improve over the month break. Finally got that jutsu down, I see, said Naruto upon seeing Sasuke. There's more where that came from. Just you wait. I'm more than prepared to face you. Even with your orange chakra, said Sasuke confidently as they watched the next match unfold. The match was pretty boring. Temari just kept swinging her fan at Shikamaru, who kept hiding, only firing his shadow at Temari at random intervals. The fight didn't get interesting until the very end as Shikamaru pulled out an elaborate plan to capture Temari. Arena floor. Are you ever going to stop hiding? Said Temari as she swung her fan once more. Shikamaru braced himself for the winds as he decided it was time. Shikamaru placed his hands in the rat hand seal as a shadow extended from the darkened area of the stadium, untouched by the sun. Temari jumped back to get out of the way of the shadow as it approached, growing farther due to the sun moving down slightly. Eventually, it stopped and she stopped backflipping. Is that how far you can go now? Said Temari until she noticed another shadow appear at the end of Shikamaru's extended shadow. Temari looked up to see a parachuted shirt attached to a kunai. That shirt gave Shikamaru more shadow to use for his jutsu. Shit, thought Temari as she backpedaled a little more. Luckily the shadow stopped moving again as she smirked once again. Looks like that's as far as you can go, little boy. My turn, said Temari until a flash bomb dropped behind her. Boom. The flash bomb went off and Temari found out she couldn't move. Kage main no jutsu, shadow possession technique, success, said Shikamaru as Temari looked shocked. Seeing Temari's face, Shikamaru decided to explain. Before I even extended my shadow the first time, I tossed up both my shirt and that flash bomb in the air. From that point, my calculations proved correct as you went exactly where I wanted you to go. All those other moves before were just to set you up for checkmate. The flash bomb made a huge shadow of you and from there it was simple getting my jutsu to grab you. And now, said Shikamaru as he raised his hand, making Temari raise hers. He planned all of this out. What the hell is he? Thought Temari frantically as she closed her eyes in anticipation. I forfeit, said Shikamaru. What? Came the voice of Temari and even Ino in the stands. I'm done. All those times I used my jutsu made me run out of chakra. I can probably only hold you for another 10 seconds. And if I did win, I'd have to face someone as troublesome as Sasuke Uchiha, who knows exactly how to beat me as he did it in the academy. There'd be no point in me continuing in this tournament. I'm done, finished Shikamaru as his shadow did dissipate after 10 seconds. Genma chuckled slightly. Nara clan members, oh well. Shausa, Temari, said Genma as the crowd booed Shikamaru for his forfeit when he had won basically. In the audience. HN, lazy ass, said Sasuke as Naruto chuckled. True that. But he did display enough to be a chunin. That's what we're here for anyway. Shika could care less about winning the tourney, said Naruto as he watched Shikamaru walk back up. True, but he basically said he was scared of me. Seems I already have people fearing the name, Sasuke Uchiha, said Sasuke smugly. Right, anywho, time for me to face Gaara. Don't let your jaw hang down too low when you see me defeat him, said Naruto as he vanished in a shunshin. Kage box. Seems you might have 4 new Chunins Hokage Dano. Impressive even though that boy quit, said the Kazekage. How right you are. Those 4 have shown the aptitude to become Chunins of the Leaf. I'm proud of them. Seems it's time to see your son fight finally, said Hiruzen as the intermission between the first round was over.
The blood pressure ની વિડિયો ગમ્યો હોય તો લાઈક કરો અને અમારી ચેનલમાં નવા હોય તો સબસ્ક્રાઇબ કરો.
This is the match I've wanted to see. Naruto Senju vs Gaara. Sure to be an exciting affair, said the Kazekage. Hopefully Gaara kills that boy before he can be defeated. Just because Naruto-kun can use his Biju's chakra doesn't mean he can stop a Jinchuriki who can go farther in his transformations, thought the Kazekage. Arena floor, 5 minutes later. Genma stood on the arena floor as sand began to appear a few feet away from him. Gaara had arrived in a shunshin. Then in just a flash of yellow, Naruto appeared, opposite Gaara, in a shunshin as well. Kids fast, thought Genma as he prepared to start the semi-finals. Are both fighters ready? Match 5 of the Chunin exam finals. Hajime, said Genma as the next round began. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it and until next time. Later.